Do you know how good it feels to run that intro again? It's been a while, man, since we've been on the ball for these watch-alongs. This is only the second Classic Sunday watch-along we've done since September 15th. So over a month, we've only done 2 of these because I've had a busy month. I had a couple of weeks there where I had to work. I had some family obligations. Just had shit going on Sundays, so we had to miss a few. And that's pretty rare. But if there's one month to miss a few watch-alongs, October was a good month because we have already done a lot of Halloween Havocs. And this is one we have not gotten to yet, Halloween Havoc 1991. I looked up the card a week or so ago, and it looks bonkers. I have only seen this show maybe once or twice. I remember renting it because I wanted to see that electric chair match or the Chamber of Horrors match back in the day. And then I acquired, the tape later on in life. But it's been a while since I've gone through and actually watched this one. And when I was trying to find a show for us to do tonight and I looked up the card on Wikipedia, I'm like, sold. We are doing this one. Hands down. This one is just off the charts. Crazy. And we're going to take a look back and travel back 34 years. What's interesting about this show, if you look on the pay-per-view poster there, note the date, October 27th. So today is the actual 33-year anniversary of this show. We also have NXT's Halloween Havoc on the TV right now. I'm all out of TVs. Well, technically, that's not true. I've got one more there, but it's off. So I've got going to have the pay-per-view here. I'm going to have you guys here, and I've got NXT on the screen, so I got no football on, so you guys are going to have to keep me updated on whatever that Sunday night game is. We have no World Series tonight, thank God, and yeah, that's about it. So we're going to travel back 34 years and watch a fun one. This one looks really, really crazy, and I'm curious to see any of you in the chat, if any of you in the chat were alive when the show aired, if you have memories of it, or if you can educate me about some of the facts on the show, because I don't really remember much when it comes to this event, other than just watching it one time. I'm currently watching Tito step through my Accords. Please do not disconnect us, buddy. All right, we are good. I did see that the Lions absolutely annihilated the Titans today. That's pretty cool. I did see the D. Wade statue in Miami. It doesn't even look anything like him. 49ers Cowboys is the game tonight. Oh, that's kind of a big one. That right there, I think Terrell Owens is going to run and put the ball right in the middle of the logo again. That was fun times. That's a rivalry right there. And Niners are coming off a loss to the champs last week. Cowboys got their ass kicked by the Lions recently as well. So 2 teams I don't give a shit about playing each other. Great. We will monitor that score as we go through here. It's good to see everybody. Do me a favor. Thumbs up button would be helpful. We might have a small audience tonight. We got NXT Halloween Havoc. We got football on. I haven't been here in a month for Classic Watch Along, so it might just be a few of us tonight hanging out watching Halloween Havoc. But I will say hello to Tatanani, and We Are Pro Wrestling. Good to see you. We've got Garrett Osborne in here as well, along with Mike Games version 1. The NFL is rigged. Colin Wright is here. You just watched Brian Zane's. Oh, Brian's got a review of this pay-per-view? He probably does. This is a wacky one. This is right up his alley with Abdullah getting electrocuted. I'll have to check that out. I'm not sure if I've ever seen his review of this one. I remember years ago, he was in town and he came over. And when he came in, he knocked on the door. He walked in, and I had my computer up, and I was working on some stuff. I was doing a Halloween Havoc, I think 1998 review. And I had my thumbnail and all my shit up on the computer. And he walks in, and he goes, "Oh, are you doing Halloween Havoc 98? He goes, "I am too. We were released it on the same day." Totally coincidental. It was just pretty funny. George Morris is here as well. Thanks for the $5. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? How was Tito? I have never seen this one. I'm sorry. No 0 out of 10, no 10 out of 10 from George today? You haven't seen this? You call yourself a fan. How about next week? Survivor Series 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 97. We haven't done any of those, huh? We haven't done 89? We haven't done 90? How have we not done Survivor Series 90? The match of survival, all that shit? We never did that one? Yeah, we're going to start Survivor Series next week, and if we have not done a 1990, we are going to do a 1990. How have we not gotten to that one yet? That blows my mind. Yeah, I'm going to take a look at the list, and we've got some Survivor Series to get to, and we're going to start that 1 week from today. So we'll figure out a show to do. I'll post the link, and we'll be here 1 week from today doing it again. Good to see Rodrigo and Mike Roush. The Juliet is here. So is Brandon McNeil. We also have Paul Carpenter up in here. Alan Carter, good to see you. Zach Palgett, Ramon Coffey, Angie Law. Isaac, Chris Ludek, Jose Lopez, and we got Ruben Anthony chiming in with 5. Sup, Greg? Just listen to the Foley's pod where he talks about this match. Pumped for this show. Yes, Foley is in this match, and he is on the losing side, I believe. Now, I know some changes took place. On the pay-per-view poster, it's got Oz, One Man Gang, Diamond Stud, and Barry Windham. So you got the outsiders here. I know Diamond Stud is in this. I'm not sure if Oz is. Nash might not be in this match, and I don't think Barry Windham is in this match either. But I think DDP might be. I don't even remember. So it's going to be fun just to check this show out. And I'm pretty sure the Chamber of Horrors opens the show. So let's get cracking. You guys know what to do. Go over to Peacock, find WCW Halloween Havoc. You're looking for Season 3, Episode 1. So I think we only have 2 or 3 more Halloween Havocs left that we haven't done yet, and they're all early ones, 89, 90, and I think 92 we haven't done. But every other Halloween Havoc we've watched, except for, like, if they did one in 2000, we haven't watched that. So the runtime, according to Peacock, is 2 hours, 48 minutes, and 1 second. So nearly a 3-hour show here, and we'll get going right here, right now, so we can finish up at 8 Pacific, 11 Eastern. We'll finish up if we hit play here in just a second. And you guys know the drill. As soon as we hit play, the timer right there will begin to run. Match up your Peacock with the timer, and we'll all be able to follow along just fine. As usual, this video is presented ad-free, so I've cut the ads on YouTube, so you shouldn't see one here. But depending on what kind of Peacock tier you have, you might get some ads over there. That is what the timer is for. So let's rock and roll on Halloween Havoc 1991. As, most of the people wrestling in the ring tonight on NXT's Halloween Havoc weren't even born when this show first aired. And it looks like we've got an ambulance match here with Ridge Holland and, what's his name? The Chase U guy, whatever his name is. So anyway, that's going on right now. We did do 1990. Okay, thank you for that, Todd. We did why don't I remember that? I'm forgetting. All right, Tatanani, we did Survivor Series 1990. Huh. I don't remember, but yeah. All right, we're going to do something next week, and I'm going to find a good one that we have not done yet. All right, here we go. We're going to do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, play. That's how we do it, all right? Let me get my finger on the timer, finger on the play button. It's been a while since I've done this. I might be a little bit rusty, so just bear with me here. All right, I'm ready to go if you guys are. Ready? 3, 2, 1, play. All right, nailed it on my end. All right, I can't wait to see this show. Or is it Ron Simmons and it's Ron Simmons and Luger, right? Yeah. Oh, Oz is in the intro here. Such shady or sketchy production. So low budget looking. I gotta look out. I didn't want to look at the card again to try to keep myself surprised, but I am curious. Okay, so yeah, I didn't think Nash was in this match. Scott Hall is, Nash is not. It looks like Abdullah and Vader are going to be the replacements for Oz and Barry Windham in this match. I was curious about... I mean, there's 11 matches on this card, y'all. This is a long card. Look at Jim Ross and Schiavone. Oh, this is so great. This is so amazing. Chattanooga is where they are. This building, I'm pretty sure, is where that In Your House Final Four was at. Where Brett won the title right after Shawn lost his smile. Shivani, fix your microphone thing. It's all crooked. He's got it like this. Oh, look at Bischoff. What a dork. Who wears a tux in the daytime? Who wears a tux standing in front of a hill of grass? Only Eric Bischoff. Oh. Cactus in a caddy? Look at that. Cactus rolling up in style. I always heard he was a cheapskate. Oh, God, Abdullah the Butcher. This is incredible. And Cactus is even dressed nice, and he pulled up in a nice car. That's not the Mick Foley I know. Who's the Phantom, Eric? I don't know. God, you're such a fucking dork. Oh, who's this? Oh, look at this. I forgot what this car is. Oh, no. Yes. DDP and Scott Hall rolling up in that little ass car. These are big boys. They got these little valet parkers. I love how they just pull up one at a time here. Oh, yes. Oh, that's just exquisite. A little red convertible. Oh, no. Oh. Hey, you bad guys. Who was that? Zbyszko and Arn? They attacked Wyndham's arm in the... Oh, no. And Dustin, come on. Just get back in the car. We'll go to the hospital. He pushes him in the passenger seat. Is this a comedy show? Oh my God, Bischoff, we gotta go back to the arena. Oh my God. Oh, that was all kinds of fun. I wasn't expecting that. Can every pay-per-view open that way? Foley in the Cadillac was wild. Usually you pull up in a Ford Focus used with duct tape on the window. Look at that set. That is something we would have built in high school for our school plays. We would have made the sophomores and juniors paint that. Look at the little fireworks on the WCW logo. Oh, this is gonna be good. Look at the little Orange Cassidy fireworks. Did Bischoff ever complain about the firework botch with Moxley and Omega? Because he needs to shut his fucking mouth, because that's pathetic. Little sparks. Danger, high voltage. Oh my God, they have the whole thing. Oh, look at Gonzalez. I love El Gigante. This feels like some network edit on the music here.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, representing Team
Vader.
2, parts unknown, weighing 300.
Oh, they're doing them one at a time here?
99 pounds.
Or they're doing, they're introducing one member from one team and then another one, and they're rotating it instead of just doing the whole team at once? Is One Man Gang? No, so One Man Gang won't be in this either. So nobody on the poster, except for Diamond Stud, is in this match.
Team number 2 from the Diamond Mine. He weighs 297
Hey, yo.
pounds. The Diamond
Stud. He's still doing the toothpick, though, even back then.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, from team number 2, he hails from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, 287 pounds. Cactus.
So it's Cactus, Vader, and Abdullah, and the Diamond Stud. That is a wild team.
Wrestling fans, representing team number 1 in the Chamber of Horrors from Detroit, Michigan. Total combined weight, 525 pounds. With Scott the Steiner.
So who the fuck is on the babyface side? Okay, it's El Gigante, the Steiners, and Sting, right? And they're going to be taking on Cactus, Stud, Vader, and
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Abby?
the final member of
Diamond Stud feels out of place in this team.
from the Sudan, weighing 465 pounds, Abdullah the Butcher.
These tombstones, too, are all... I don't know what the writing on them. It's all backwards and shit. Yeah, you've seen that too. Colin Wright loved the gravestone. Here lies Mike and his bike. I couldn't read, and it was written backwards. Some of it.
From Venice Beach, California, he weighs 251 pounds. The United States heavyweight champion.
Oh, Sting lost his belt.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, what an ovation for the Stinger.
I mean, I do. This is corny as all hell, but I really do miss these days of WCW. It was an alternative, you know. It was on Saturdays, and I would watch it. Yeah, Thick Though 5. Loved it.
Very interesting rules in this match, Jim.
Very interesting rules.
There'll be no rules until someone gets put in the chair of torture.
Wow, look at that. Cage is very bendy.
Elegante.
Look at Elegante throwing him rights and lefts on Vader there. Headbutts. Moving around pretty good.
And Rick Snyder's got that chainsaw. Referee's now trying to get
It's crazy that Diamond Stud is teaming up with Vader, Cactus, and Abdullah the Butcher.
kendo stick is in there.
And of course, Vader would beat Scott Hall pretty much in his last night in WWE, remember? Good friends, better enemies?
This took place in
Or last pay-per-view anyway. Last TV appearance.
chair of torture. And sometime during the match, the chair of torture
Ah.
will be lowered down in the ring.
Oh, the chair of torture, that's right. It's not even in there. It's got to be lowered down.
And the first time ever, there you see a unique camera shot.
Oh, we got coffins falling down here. Caskets.
The referee has a camera mounted on his
We're about a month away here from, less than a month away from The Undertaker beating Hulk Hogan for the WWE title.
Jim, you're right about somebody being one of those caskets. It was a masked man. And we talked about you never know what to expect in the Chamber of Horrors.
Yeah, WCW was doing the ref cam. They would have see how the referees are wearing like a helmet? Not sure if that's not Nick Patrick, but Nick Patrick's worn them. They're so dumb.
600 pounds
They weren't ready for that technology yet.
from these 8 athletes.
We're still not. We still don't need it.
Has been reinforced for this one. The object, remember, is not to
I miss those old WCW rings, the black canvas, the blue and yellow ropes.
compete and finally wear down one member of the team. And when the small cage that contains
I was
is lowered down the ring,
14 years old here,
in that.
a little bit over 14,
You know, I think here as we take a look at Abdullah, we know
freshman year.
Zach was not originally scheduled to be part of the Chamber of Horrors, but he wanted to be in it. And I think the motivation is all about Sting. What a move there by the Stinger, taking out Van Vader, who weighs 399. Elegante trying to pull down the Diamond Stud.
Cage is so big.
This is a much like
It's got like a prison vibe to it because, you know, the way the top is, it doesn't have a full top, but it's got that little roof or lip on it that's going to make it impossible to climb out of there. Plus, it's sketchy as all hell. This whole cage is just bouncing and moving around.
tournament just about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I like it. The refer-I instead of referee, refer-I. Get it?
Now with the ceiling,
Refer-I cam.
out of the way, they're going to be in trouble.
So, oh, here it comes. Yeah, get out from under there. Somebody could get squished. Oh, no, Cactus. Of course, Cactus would get squished. That is not the way I would want to go. I wouldn't want to be smushed.
And now the focus
You know, at the end of Lethal Weapon 2, and he drops, like, the shipping crate on that guy? Oh, my God.
contains the chair of torture.
No, thank you.
Being called.
At least it would be quick.
The objective now is to get a member
But it'll be messy.
in there. And when the lever
People have to mop me up. No way. I don't want anybody to have to mop me up.
that time, someone's going to get a rather shocking experience, and this match will then end. It's going to take a long time, too, for someone to get worn down enough to put him in that chair, I can tell you. When you take a look at Nick Patrick, he has the referee on. Wait a minute. Rick Steiner is in there. No one is near the lever. The lever, you can see the very right part.
God, what is going on with Vader? Is he all burned on his shoulder there? What's going on with him?
Got to what a Steiner line. Takes out Van Vader.
There's Sting and Cactus.
They've been having wars throughout WCW. And, oh, my God, he just struck that heavy top of the
And the object of this is, oh my God, they got the crazy,
What are these, the ghouls?
the ghouls. They got the ghouls.
Here with the switch, I guess they are going
So the object is to get somebody in that chair and then turn it on? I mean, I remember who gets electrocuted. I remember the finish. I just don't really know how they get to it.
only at Halloween, Jim. It's that time of the year. Even
I definitely remember renting this at the video store.
what a sight that
Because this is not a pay-per-view I would have bought in 91. I didn't have no money. I didn't have a job yet.
laying everywhere.
I was relying on allowance.
Instead, lying on top of the coffin, one of the coffins, Cactus Jack ran viciously.
Actually, I take that back. I had a job during football season selling concessions, but still.
So far, Jim, there's been no semblance of any teamwork from either team. It's going to take teamwork
Wasn't enough to sustain a pay-per-view schedule.
for a guy to get him into that chair and get him struck down.
God, Foley.
Cactus Jack has been lacerated very deeply.
He's been lacerated very deeply. That's right, he has.
The Diamond Stud now takes the steel and a right hand from Rick Steiner.
I mean, help me out. How many times has Mick Foley and Scott Hall shared a ring?
Steiner has a sharp
Any times they ever did would have had to be right here around this time in WCW.
Cactus and Sting.
Because by the next year, 1 year from now, Stud's in WWE.
Cactus Jack has been battered
And they never worked in WWE because Scott Hall left right as Mick came in. I don't think they had any time to be in the ring together in WWE, so any rings that they shared would have to be here. Right, We Are Pro Wrestling?
Well, that's the kind of man he is, Tony. Sting, the United States champion, is a fighting champion. He is without a doubt the most popular athlete in WCW today.
Ryan Adams, thanks for that $5 earlier. Consider this payment for next week because I won't be here taking my niece to her first Vikings game next Sunday night. I don't want to root against you and your niece,
Taylor looks to be lacerated as well.
but we are division rivals, you and I, and your stupid icon, Ryan Adams. That's okay. We whipped y'all's ass. Or did you guys beat us? We beat you, right? Yeah, we beat you. We're better. Michigan's better.
Great momentum from Sting.
Michigan's better than Minnesota. Detroit's better than Minneapolis. Actually, that's not true.
Now Sting has that a stick. I don't even know how that got in the ring. Is that the kendo stick? I'm not
Thanks for sending us the Lakers, too, Ryan. Appreciate that.
the one that they broke over the head of Cactus not too long ago, and it may be that one.
When people in the restaurant all the time, we get so many just tourists and stuff. So a lot of times if I know they're from out of town, I'll ask them where they're from. And anytime I get a lot of people from Minnesota, and I always thank them for the Lakers. Like, thanks.
That could help out. If you can isolate one man, handcuff the rest, watch out, Sting's in there.
Sting's in the chair. Don't electrocute Sting. He's got
Scott Steiner coming
he's got matches to wrestle
along with Ellie Gante.
and NWOs to join.
They switch a box just over the shoulder there of Nick Patrick.
I'm worried with what's going on with Vader's shoulder. What is all that shit on him?
And they're using chains.
Is it dirt or hair?
When that lever is a flip of a assuming that's what someone's going to have
That thing, there's no electricity connected to that. A little lever.
Rick Steiner using that stick right over the head of Abdullah.
There's nothing that connects that box to the chair.
And fans for that, we apologize.
I mean,
We got 8 bodies in there, and that's just a free
I don't know why I'm nitpicking that, but it's ridiculous.
action all over.
You know what I would love to have for my my next YouTube studio is a authentic, real WCW ring apron, like that one that's on the ring there. If any of y'all want to find me one of them,
Diamond Stud.
my P.O. box is on my channel.
Steiner being slammed on the outside.
If you fold it,
Vader
it should be able to fit in the box.
has paired up with Abdullah. And that's a look from the referee. Well, look at you.
The lever fell. Oh, the lever is on now? That's funny. I didn't catch that.
Has Abdullah been handcuffed to the cage? I can't tell. He really has Sting, and apparently he's trying to choke Sting.
God, Sting's bleeding. Abby's bleeding. Cactus is bleeding.
Something into his throat. Like he jabbed into his head as well, because I think Sting may be bleeding. This one is really taking its toll on these courageous athletes. This match indeed is not for the weak at heart.
Is Halloween Havoc over yet? Or is it still going on? Looks like it's still going on.
For someone like Abdullah, but I really think the Steiner
Oh, there's a referee putting the lever. Oh my God, that's so stupid.
Steiner's first appearance.
So the lever on the box fell to on, and the referee reached his hand through and pushed it back up. Oh, what a mess. And the ghouls. And why do they have their faces painted? I have more questions than answers. What is on everybody? Scott Steiner's got it all over him, too. Is there some dirt or shit on them? They all look like they have back hair, but I don't think it is. I think it's just some crap that's on them. Oh, it fell down again. The switch fell down again. Cactus has got to realize that it's down. Oh, now it's up. And it fell down again. The switch. You got... Oh, this is so bad. See, El Gigante's got all that shit on him, too. What is going on everybody's backs? Vader had it the worst. Mick said this match was a disaster in an interview. Well, Mick would be right. I mean, both companies were doing wacky shit, man. Just a year before, WWE unhatched a giant egg with a dancing chicken. Oh, God, they're putting Rick Steiner... I kind of wish Rick Steiner would have been electrocuted. It might have straightened him out. See all that shit all over Scott Steiner? Like, what is that? Why is everybody covered in crap?
WCW hammering Abdullah. They're right in front again. Steiner does not want to be there. And Cactus Jack is up near the switch. Cactus Jack is up near the switch.
Cactus has got it.
They're ready. They're going to put Steiner in there.
Cactus, why aren't you turning it on?
Steiner's going to fight for his life. Oh, he fell into the...
Oh, my God. He tried to belly to... Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be it right here. Well, Cactus has got the lever. Are they trying to do the thing where Cactus doesn't see what's happening and he's going to push the lever thinking it's Robbie under the thing? Yeah, see, he's John with the fans here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Well, Cactus Jack is blind as all hell. Oh, this is just... He's getting cooked. Okay. Well, I don't know about y'all, but on my classic Sunday night watch-alongs, I need at least one murder. Like, if we don't have a fatality, then what are we doing here, you know? Chris, when we're run out of shows, what's the plan for Sundays? We're going to watch the entire series of Seventh Heaven, one episode at a time. For Jesus. It's okay, though. I don't think we're going to run out of shows. I don't know who any of these women are coming out here right now. Don't know her. Well, just one. Fatal, what is it? Oh, Fatal Influence. Oh, that must be the name of their faction. Fatal Influence, okay. Are we gonna, what's going on with Abby? Is he alive or? Wake up! You should touch him to see if he's still electric. Wouldn't Abdullah the Butcher be the most electrifying man in sports entertainment? Shouldn't he own this moniker? I think The Rock stole it from him.
Cactus Jack a little frantic.
I think that's Bill Apter snapping pics. Oh, he's alive! It's a miracle!
Abdullah's a little,
He's alive!
he's a little deranged.
Oh my God, he's kicking ring crew guys! He kicked him right in the face.
And now the man that brought down
The ring crew dude just literally putting the ramp back, and he gets kicked in the side of the face by this crazy asshole.
and he's hitting everything that moves. You're right.
Is there a Johnny B. Bad match on this pay-per-view? Because you see that little thing on the ramp there? It looks like it shoots confetti out. Is Johnny B. Bad there yet? When did he come in? Ha! There is a Johnny B. Bad match. Ha! I was like, I definitely think I see confetti shooters on the side of the stage here.
I'll tell you something, Tony.
All right, this is Fatal Influence versus
What a way, fans.
Kaylani Kai or whatever her name is. All right, good.
A Halloween Havoc event. Now we've got a lot of tremendous action still to come, including 4 championships that will be decided. But Tony, we're not alone.
Look at Tony Schiavone's
Two of our more distinguished colleagues
blonde hair.
are, in the
What a stud.
back of the
Look at his laugh, his grin.
here, and I think we should take a deal pretty quick, don't you? Eric Bishop.
I want to go back. I want to go back to there.
Well, thank you very much, Jim.
Oh no!
As you can see, we're
Nope.
into the
Mm-mm.
Halloween spirit. And as hard as we have tried, neither Missy or I have been able to
Eric
find out
Bischoff.
who the WCW Phantom is.
I found out who it is.
Wait a minute, Missy. You've been with me all day long. You don't know who it is. You can't lie to these people.
I know who it is. I'm just not going to tell you. I don't like you.
Yeah, I don't like you either, Eric Bischoff. I don't blame him. Tracy Smothers.
Tell me
Sweet.
the WCW Phantom is. Eric, these old boys here, we don't give a hoot.
I love this.
Phantom is. What we're interested in is the United States tag titles.
I forgot about the United States tag titles.
Guys, we've laid our challenge out to you. And the young pistols, we're just beginning to wonder if
The
you're
Young
just
Pistols.
Or red, white, and blue, or just plain yellow. Take a gander at the new sons of the South, baptized on 100 proof and raised by the blood of the Lamb. Look here, Fireman Chip, while you was giving fire tips to little kids and phony baloney Todd Champion Desert Shield. Man, this is professional wrestling. These two boys are sick and tired of playing it the good way. We're going to get you for the U.S. tag titles.
Okay.
Pistols, their guns are loaded. Let's get back down to the ring.
Do they have a match tonight, the Young Pistols, or no?
In the following contest on Halloween Havoc 91 Tag Team Action. Introducing Team Number 1.
Team number 1. Another team?
Wait,
Oh, look at this.
known the mysterious creature.
The Creatures. I feel like this might be a network edit because this theme song is for a cruiserweight later in the Nitro days. Who is this for? Psychosis. Whose music is this? I think it's... Oh, I can't remember whose music this is. But the Creatures are using it here. But I have a feeling it might be a network edit.
Well, they certainly would be a tremendous matchup.
Who are there?
And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents. Introducing first from Motown.
Oh no, is that PN News, right?
And 3 pounds, the Whipmaster, PN News.
Oh, and Big Josh? Doink.
His tag team partner from the North Woods, weighing 270 pounds, Big Josh. Well, there's
Fucking Matt Bourne, man. Who was PN News supposed to be? Was he supposed to be like Heavy D? Is that who he's trying to be?
one thing about it, there are tremendous combinations. It's now time to wrap. Word up, it's happening.
Word up.
91.
Hey guys, word up.
Tear a business and have some fun. And when this party's over, hear the fat lady sing. Ian and Josh are the fastest.
Oh God, look at that guy dancing. God, white guys, stop trying to dance. We don't know how. But yet, here we are trying. PN News. Remember PM Dawn? Remember PM Dawn? I listened to PM Dawn. And Heavy D. I don't know who PN News influenced by.
WCW magazine's PN News rap contest.
Oh, our PN News rap contest winner, Christine Valver. Because if anybody's going to win a rap battle, it's going to be a woman named Christine with Camaro hair from Florida.
And that was a darn good rap, too. And you know, I'd like to say here that of all the athletes in WCW, many have hot streaks and cold streaks, Jim. I think right now you can single out Big Josh as most improved. He has really developed tremendously since he first arrived in the early part of the year. And we'll call this creature number 1 because we have not seen this.
Dawn Marie is in NXT. You mean Dawn Marie like Dawn Marie from ECW?
Partners in
Or from the 80s?
some other area. We don't know exactly who they are. I'm trying to look at them with a critical eye, but I can't really distinguish who they are. Menace Irish Whip there, and Big Josh in some trouble from creature number 2. And with the exception of maybe an elbow pad or different type of boots, they look basically the same, and that may be tough for the referee. Oh!
Yeah, Big Josh, I mean, they'd be bringing in Doink the following year, so I think Big Josh has only got a few months left in the company, and he's off to WWE.
Or Big Josh's northern exposure. Either move equally devastating. And there's the drop kick.
I was never really a big fan of Matt Bourne, to be honest. I kind of thought he was an asshole.
Drop kick.
Never liked him in a lot of the Shoot interviews I saw him, or appearances that he did. He just always had something nasty to say.
Ring for a long time. He has a lot of endurance for a big guy. Ring of the eyes, and the creatures now make a tag team exchange. And they are utilizing the referee Mike Atkins count to its maximum before the illegal man exited.
Do we know who the creatures are?
Press thus far with a masked man's teamwork. I don't think there's any question that they have teamed together before. This is not.
Oh, okay, it's right here. Joey Maggs. Okay, and
Quite a lot of
Johnny Rich. All right, those are the creatures, huh?
Look at that. PN News and all that mass.
There's some crazy matches on here. Oz is in the... Kevin Nash is on this card. He wrestles later.
A better term.
There's 11 matches on this card.
Oh. What
People not joining us tonight are missing out.
up a tree for Big Josh and jumping off the bottom limb. Oh, belly to belly. Belly to back. He drove into the canvas. It just goes back to what I was talking about the improvement of Big Josh. It used to be he was a brawler. He'd hit you. He'd nail you with the double axe handle. Northern exposure was over. But there's more to Big Josh now than just
Yeah, PM Dawn. Set adrift on memory bliss. I think that was a Michael McDonald cover.
defensive.
I forget what music they sampled for that. I think it might...
Hammers away, but the tables are turning.
No, Michael McDonald is Regulators. I forgot who PM Dawn samples in that. Might be Tears for Fears. Something like that.
A real tough guy in Scuffman. Headbutt by PN News.
Oh, yeah.
Away slam by the big
His Yo Baby all over his gear is a trip. I was into like hip hop and rap and R&B and stuff around this time.
Irish whip, and here he comes. Oh, but there's nobody there that time. The ring moved on
I liked a lot of the acts that were out around this time.
a little bit. He had telegraphed it, and when you're
I was a big fan of the East Coast Family, ABC, BBD,
a long way away.
Boys to Men.
It's hard to be
TLC was starting to come around this time. PM Dawn, Heavy D.
Wow, he's a man. Oh, he just muscled him up.
I think Hammer was still releasing albums, right? Too Legit to Quit.
Seems that the team
Probably around the same time.
working together, that the best team so far, teamwork-wise, has been the Creature. They made a lot of tags very timely, too. And they've made another one now. Creature number 1 in there.
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do
Stiff right
with
hand.
it?
And another one. Oh, what a great crowd we have here. It's almost a
I feel bad for people in the chat that aren't 47 like me.
campus.
Y'all don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Home of the Moccasins. Oh, what a high.
Home of the moccasins.
And Jim, I think
I did like the Chattanooga building. It's small and intimate,
you're around here, of course, the entire weekend here in Chattanooga.
and it looks good when it's full.
Football homecoming against the thundering herd of Marshall.
This building's still open. This would be a great spot for Nitro. Or not Nitro.
Chops.
The other one. Dynamite.
Offensive weapon. Double axe handle there. That normally spells the end for their opponents. He's
He shouldn't be big Josh. He should be medium-sized Josh. Oh, the whoopee cushion. Or the earthquake. Oh, God. Tsunami! Wow, the creatures went down to Josh and News. Imagine if Bronson Reed had a PN News gimmick. That's what we need. I need that in my life. Him coming out there with the yo babies with his accent. Oh, so great.
Well, as Edgar Allan Poe would say, nevermore for the creatures. Fans here really got into PN News and Big Josh. I tell you what they did, they finally...
Ah, yeah, it was true, Paul Carpenter. Thank you.
Not only the exposure, but the red splash. And once they got him in their corner with their premier moves, it was all over. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
It's horrible music by PN News.
Wrestling matches of this entire pay-per-view. 2 men in the top 10. Beautiful Bobby, ranked number 7, and Terrence Taylor, ranked number 10. And really
Beautiful Bobby and Terrence Taylor. Are we going to get that match next? Oh, yeah, Bobby Brown.
was the world television champion not too
Bobby
long
Brown.
ago, but I think he's even wrestling better right now than when he was a champion earlier in the year. There has been a rivalry that has developed in some tag team situations. The fans have followed our broadcast between.
I liked him more in his, like, my prerogative and every little step you take days more than, like, his humping around days. And I liked him in his New Edition days. Oh, what's this? Beautiful Bobby. You need something? Chances are he's got it in his bag. If you need a Phillips head screwdriver, a multivitamin, and a blank audio cassette tape, he's got everything you need. Don't know why you would need those 3 things together, but if you do, he's got them. Check out Marlena. Terrence Taylor. This is what you're wearing now, Red Rooster? The computerized man. I hate to say this, Terrence Taylor, but I think the Red Rooster was a better gimmick than the computerized man. They announced him as the computerized man. I'm not even sure what that means. All right, Bobby Eaton and Terry Taylor one-on-one. Not sure why, but we're getting it.
If you take a look at the York Foundation in their corner, I've been very impressed, and I never thought I would say this, Jim, but even when her man or her team is in trouble, Alexandra York continues to stay very calm at ringside. She never gets bent out of shape.
I recognized her right away when she turned up at the Royal Rumble that year to help Goldust.
Rodney Dangerfields of WCW. I don't think they get the respect they deserve, but they have earned their respect. Both are proud to be ranked in the top 10, and this should be an outstanding contest. The Alabama Jam, a beautiful Bobby. What a high-risk move.
Hell, what a mullet.
5-arm of Terrence Taylor. That's the move. That's their go-to move. And you've got to keep your eye on both men as they will look for that move as this match progresses. Jim, you and I have known that beautiful Bobby has a very quick temper, and that's exactly what Terrence Taylor was trying to do at the beginning of the match. Get him upset, flustered, if you will, and maybe take advantage of him. He's also got a tremendous right hand that Terrence Taylor's very familiar with.
I've still yet to hear a negative word ever about Bobby Eaton.
Taylor trying to get Eaton a little frustrated, get him angry, get him to leave his game plan.
He was on a lot. Like, whenever I would watch WCW back in the day, Bobby Eaton had a lot of matches. Even when I was a kid, I felt like he was pretty, like, unmarketable, you know? He just had a bland look to him. Didn't talk much. His gear was weird. It was always just like a solid color with a couple stars on it or sparkles.
There's no question she certainly turned the career of Terry Taylor around. We both talked in positive and both we feel negative ways.
Trying to see what's going on NXT here. What are we doing? Oh, this is the North American Women's title match.
Another arm drag. Nice deep arm drag. Taylor hooked Eaton on the elbow, brought him down. Taylor's not only wrestling a good match, Yeah, and it's odd to see Bobby walk right into this, but that's what he's doing. A little slap in the face when Bobby was down. Bobby immediately got back up. They can't let this happen to him.
Bobby Eaton and Terry Taylor.
Oh, this time beautiful Bobby blocked him. And Tom Taylor coming in with an arm drag. Making a pair. And a clothesline. Well, you know, Bobby, right now, I was very surprised. I thought the temper had carried him away, but it did not go down the floor after Taylor at all. He's winning the ring.
She's got, look at that laptop.
And Ms. York got the computer there very
The
quickly.
computer, excuse me.
I don't think beautiful Bobby's going to be able to read a computer program. He's got about as much computer literacy as I do. Well, that's not a lot. I think
And that's not a lot. Yeah, especially in 1991. What were we even doing on the computer? Printing shit? Like, what else could you do? Couldn't do anything.
It won't be the last time you see that one. And the one thing that Taylor doesn't want to do is get into a fight mode, a street fight mode with beautiful Bobby.
Like in my high school, we had a computer lab, but like there was no internet and shit in there. It was just you type stuff and type documents.
Look at the computer and
Okay, looks like we've crowned a new champion, whatever her name is.
some input. So
That girl there, the other one, she won.
Taylor's getting outside here. And
Good for you, whatever your name is.
oh man, rammed his back into the steel security railing. And now Taylor's elevated right over
The Juliet, thanks for the $2. I did see a little while ago. It didn't seem like it just happened, but I saw a clip an hour or two ago of him fucking his knee up. That sucks. I got a chance to meet Vikingo last year too. Touched the AAA, whatever the hell the belt is. Got to hold it. It was awesome.
We mentioned
All right, new champion. Don't know her name. She's a new champ.
the veteran from Huntsville caught it. And Taylor caught the right hand. This time Bobby going for the pin. The leg is hooked. And another near fall there. First near fall of the contest.
Fallon Henley, thank you.
I mentioned earlier that Terrence Taylor has been wrestling a great deal recently in six-man tag team matches. Beautiful Bobby has been wrestling in some tags, but in mostly single matches. For this match, Tony, I think
Is her dad Don Henley?
Beautiful Bobby
I always liked Don Henley. Hell of a solo career for that guy.
is obviously a one-on-one matchup. And you mentioned
And his leather and lace duet with Stevie Nicks.
to meet the winner of the
Top notch shit right there.
statement. We have not heard that statement from Terrence Taylor. So I think if anyone has more motivation to win here on pay-per-view in front of one of our biggest crowds, it has to be Beautiful Bobby. Oh, good move there. Beautiful Bobby went down, but he maintained
I like how Bobby grabbed that hammerlock right away. Just
they drive the knee to the
muscled him down.
the tricep. That upper arm, so viable for just virtually any offensive move. And as we said, Taylor does use a five arm, which is a version of a forearm, where he uses the ropes for leverage. Fortunately for Taylor, it's the right hand that uses the five arm and not the left. What Bobby's trying to do here, Jim, he's trying to wear him down. To get a man in position for the Alabama Jam, you got to
The Alabama Jam. I've never been to Alabama. Probably never will. But if I do go down there, I'm gonna jam.
Alabama Jam is a fascinating offensive move off the top rope, but you virtually got to incapacitate your opponent to execute it. And Taylor used a...
Who took her out? Victor, I missed it. She was celebrating. I turned my head away, and now you're saying she got taken out?
Now they've taken
Okay.
the fight out to the rampway, leading to the ring. Atomic drop. He scoops him up. Man,
Ugh.
hey, there's no give out there, fans.
Yeah, that was a
What tremendous WCW action.
slam on the ramp. Now Bobby's going to the top for the leg drop on that. Please do it.
The knee, oh, my.
Oh, I guess that was a knee drop.
You know, you talk about high-risk maneuvers. That was as high a risk as you could get because he landed on one knee right after he put that other knee right down in the throat, and he could have...
I'm really glad that didn't
If Taylor would have moved,
hurt either guy there.
beautiful Bobby would have been seeing our orthopedic surgeons tomorrow.
Yeah, Bobby coming down on his knees like that on a hard surface, coming off the top rope.
What a competitive situation and a real shrewd veteran move by Terrence Taylor.
Fucking Terrence Taylor.
Succeeded in distancing himself now from beautiful Bobby. That's going to give Taylor some much-needed rest here. Yeah, he's buying time right now.
Now I don't remember later on with the heavyweight championship match with Luger and Simmons.
It was a
Flair probably doesn't still have the belt, right? In WWE. He's probably had to send it back by now because he's been on TV with it. So do they not? When do they bring back the big gold in WCW after Flair sent it back? When does it reappear on TV?
And apparently that could be the focus for Terrence Taylor to work on the lower back of beautiful Bobby. We'll see if he continues. Sometimes we say, you know, his move being the 5-arm. Wow. That the 5-arm would be the strategy that he wants.
Fighting at the football game? Well, yeah, those fans are probably a little butthurt. San Francisco was waiting for that game. Kansas City coming into their house so they can get revenge, and they got beat. And the Cowboys are just, you know, oh my God, she showed him the laptop, and then Terry Taylor goes, okay, I got it. I read all that. He's the most computerized man in all of wrestling. He's computerized.
Taylor doesn't want to win by a count out, neither does beautiful Bobby for that matter. Followed him in with a vicious clothesline. And now this match belongs offensively to the man representing the York Foundation. He drops the knee across the clavicle. And he says that's it.
Okay, a year later for the big gold, so it would take a bit.
But beautiful Bobby kicked out, and Taylor somewhat...
Okay, we returns to WCW as the NWA title in 92, and then I know they did have both titles happening at the same time. That's where my history gets a little murky, because when Flair sent the belt back, I did not remember when they actually brought it back to TV and how it ever got consolidated back into just that one belt, because they would have that WCW title around for a while, and I don't remember. There's eventually a unification or something happened there, right? I just don't remember when or where that was. My WCW knowledge is not as sharp as my WWE. Ooh. Yeah, that was a gut-wrench powerbomb in which Taylor landed on his ass.
Well, you know, and that's a good point, because for high flyers, like beautiful Bobby, like, let's say, a Flying Brian, the back always takes a heck of a lot of punishment during a regular match. If there is a weak point in beautiful Bobby, it could be a...
I really like those Halloween Havoc banners that are hanging back there, too. I want one of them, too.
Well, here really getting into it, and man, it is packed. Here at the...
Oh, Zarya. Okay. Yeah. Doink and
Again, driving the knee into the lower back. He has
Luna Vachon's love child.
both these men are, for that matter, but a veteran wrestles this type of match. He selects one body part that he feels is vulnerable or has been injured and maintains his impact. Whatever impact he's going to...
Okay, unification right before Hogan got there. Got it. Okay, so it was all consolidated by 94. That took a while then. That was a 3-year disruption that was caused by Flair jumping to WWE.
That's what he's doing to the high flyer. The back. Taylor now take a chance upstairs, and he caught him. He got it. This should be all. 1, 2, and a half. Taylor can't believe it. He thought he had it. And now he goes to the reverse chin lock. Camera's taking you inside the ring. Here at Halloween Havoc, this 3rd annual event. We are
That's right. I kind of remember that now. What led up to that. Even though I watched WCW from 1990 to 1995, I don't have, like, I didn't rewatch it 100 times like I did WWE, so I didn't retain the knowledge as much. I would watch as many Saturdays as I could. I would never buy a pay-per-view, and I would rent a lot of the videos from the video store. That was about it.
very valuable championship opportunities. Jim, you talked about beautiful Bobby winning a title shot. I think if Terrence Taylor wins, he deserves a World TV title shot against the man who wins later on tonight between Dustin and Stunning Steve Austin. Beautiful Bobby back up to a vertical base. That relieves some pressure. And he fights back with that right hand. You know it's coming. But Taylor buried the knee into the...
It's a long match. There's no number one contender shit on the line, right? It's just a singles match. This thing goes 16 minutes.
He may leave the back for a few moments, but
We got a couple of short matches. We have 2 matches that are under 2 minutes, and we got another match under 4 minutes.
he obviously right now cannot fight back, especially when he's on all fours, face down. But Taylor's over there talking to Alexander. may also have decided that a count-out victory is better than no victory at all. Because Beautiful Bobby's only got 10 to get back in there. Puts the referees up to 8, I think. And Beautiful Bobby met Taylor coming across. Sunset flip right off the top rope. Taylor could get through. He may have it.
Oh, almost.
Fans thought he had it, but
Yeah, fans are into it.
many were standing up in victory, but it was not victory. Wow. Beautiful Bobby from neighboring Alabama.
Neighboring. Oh, yeah, they're in Tennessee.
Favorite here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We should say he's from neighboring northern Alabama. Huntsville is what, about 70 miles from here? Not far. I know there's a lot of nice folks from Huntsville here. We talked to fans from all over the United States here this afternoon that have made a trip.
Dude, Chattanooga.
By plane, many in cars. They have arrived here and they are fired up. A camel clutch applied.
That's not a camel clutch. That's just a reverse chin lock. Come on, JR.
He's in a lot of pain, but you can just tell by looking at his eyes, looking at his face. There it is again. He is still in this match. He is not giving up. You saw him shake his head no. For many, many years, Beautiful Bobby was considered one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time. Certainly not saying that he wouldn't be again if he chose to wrestle regularly in a tag team situation. But what he has done is he has really, I think, broken the mold as far as just being a one-dimensional athlete. He is a great athlete, whether he's in a tag match or a one-on-one confrontation. His winning the television championship against a great athlete like Arn Anderson earlier this year proves that. He's notoriety king.
Okay, yeah, Hogan made his arena debut at the Clash that had that unification match. I think I knew that as well.
Sleeper applied.
Or I remember that now that you say it.
Left arm is the key. Leverage.
Because I started paying a little attention to WCW back then when Hogan was being rumored to come in. I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be interesting.
Driving the head up into the jaw of Terrence. Oh, he got the
Oh,
The son of a doctor from Vero Beach, Florida.
do these two guys eventually team up?
Had a great presence there. The pull of the
Who does Taylor team up with?
that's flashing to the gambit. And now only Terrence taking a chance. Taking a lot of time up there. Oh, man. We talk so much about hang time in football. Terrence Taylor's hang time that time when he was coming up the top and able Bobby to get the speed up. He wasted not only a lot of time up on top, but hanging in the air. Beautiful Bobby now fights back. He's blocking Taylor's right and getting his own in. Taylor's got to get his left hand up or Eaton will take his head off. Taylor now trying to leave. But Beautiful Bobby will have none of that. Irish whip to the center of the ropes.
Big backdrop.
He executed the backdrop. And Beautiful Bobby now has Taylor in a terrible position. Taylor's got him.
Hmm.
Beautiful Bobby blocking in front of the coming drop.
Nice suplex.
Vertical suplex. And now he's going for the cover. 1, 2, and the referee coming down, but couldn't get the 3. What a phenomenal match, regardless of the outcome. Both these men certainly has always a turn to be in the top 10. Oh, he caught him.
Wow, big swinging net breaker.
A little early.
Alexander, you better get your laptop out, girl.
In the neck breaker. And now the quiet man from Huntsville, Alabama, climbs the ladder to the top.
Going to the top.
And Taylor, oh my! Taylor shook the ropes, and you saw the result. That was a great move. A great move. He could only do one thing: reach to the closest part of the rope, and he did.
Going for a superplex here.
Going for a suplex here. Trying to get him up.
I'm hoping that Bobby knocks him off and then hits the jam from up there. There he goes. Yep. Now go for it. This will be the finish right here.
Flush. Taylor's lights have been dim, and here it comes. The Alabama Jam.
And Bobby wins. I'm very happy that Bobby Eaton won and not Terry Taylor. So NXT's teasing Bully Ray and Ridge. Oh, because they're going to the ECW arena. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I don't like Bully Ray at all. I don't give a shit what he does. But that's pretty cool, though. They are going to the ECW arena and might as well have... Oh, my God, that leg drop. The amount of trust you have to have to be able to take that move without that person squishing your cranium to hell.
WCW with a victory here. And fans, coming up in just a few moments, it's going to be Jimmy Jam Garvin and the Freebirds to take on the number 8 rated athlete in WCW, Johnny B. Bad. Now, Tony, we understand
Taylor teamed with Ricky Morton. Okay.
has an injury. A lot of guys in WCW are getting kind of banged up, so Hayes will be in the corner of Jimmy Jam. And I think
Hayes will be in the corner of Jimmy Jam.
I think Johnny B. Bad, we talk about hot cold streaks and momentum in WCW. You really got to say Johnny B. Bad is one of the hottest right now. Interesting situation here.
Does he have his music? Oh, I'm Johnny B. Bad.
The experienced Jimmy Jam Garvin against that left hook of Johnny B. Bad. Should be quite a matchup. Let's go back to Gary.
Shivani laughing is too much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. Introducing first,
What is happening? Oh, this is Michael Hayes and Garvin right here. Look at that hair. I can spot it from up here.
USA in Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 232 pounds. Fabulous Freebird.
Okay, I was about to say, they have not dubbed Bad Street, have they? They did not. This is not a network edit.
Well, obviously, these two boys are fans in Atlanta, Georgia, are big Atlanta Braves fans.
Oh, yeah, they were doing, oh my God, 1991, the Braves. Don't even get me started. I lived in North Carolina, and every little fucking kid that I grew up with piled on that bandwagon. Every one of them. All of a sudden, they never said a word about the Braves in their whole life. Knew them my whole childhood. They never said shit about the Braves. All of a sudden, they're huge fans. Drove me crazy. Oh, look at, here comes Little Richard and Teddy Long. I'm gonna tell my kids this is Sonny Kiss and Stokely Hathaway. So he does not have his Johnny B. Bad song yet. He's in full Little Richard mode. All that makeup. Very flamboyant. Know who I think he should face? John Moxley. Tell me if you get it. I'm not sure about this music, but I'm trying to appreciate it.
About that, Jim, we have a chance, you and I, to be in the dressing room areas before
I do like the sideways tilted WCW in the curtains. I do miss the sparkly curtains in WCW. WWE never did sparkly curtains, so we only got it in WCW, so I miss it. Ooh, you're pretty, Johnny B. Bad. Got all that makeup and lipstick on, baby. What is that? What are those things falling off? Oh, those are the boxing mitts, okay. Look at these two guys. If you idiots walk down the bad streets of Atlanta, you get the shit kicked out of you, both of you. Oh, this show went head-to-head with Game 7 of the World Series. Well, I remember where I was then, because I remember watching that. I was rooting hard for the Twins. And I think it was the following year they played the Blue Jays, right? Lost again. I remember getting in an argument with one of my friends who lived next door to me. Little fucking hillbilly. And he's like, man, Greg, you rooting for the Blue Jays, that's like rooting against your own country. That's what he said. He thought I was rooting against my country. I'm unpatriotic if I'm rooting for the Blue Jays. And so I go, what league are they in? They're in the American League. Oh, okay. Like the whole damn rosters of American players. They're in the American League. They just happen to be a little bit above our border. So there, I'm a traitor. I'm not American. I'm not a patriot. And I was like, fuck off, you little prick. I'm rooting for the Blue Jays, and Joe Carter broke their hearts. It was great. Shout out to Joe Carter. I have his rookie card. It's being mailed off to get graded. Man, Greg, you're going against your country. Make it stop. I can still hear that little fucker's voice, too.
We hope fans
I think I could take a wild guess who that kid's voting for in this election, wherever he is now. I think I can figure that one out pretty easily.
Johnny B. Bad, whose amateur boxing background has been well documented,
All right, we're going to wrestle here. Is it going to be Jimmy Jam and Johnny B?
and the fans know what they want to see from the bird. You can hear them. Jim, you know, we have a chance to go to different arenas, and I was in St. Louis at the arena not too long ago, and we asked some fans,
Oh, Jimmy Jam, that hair, man.
what was their favorite offensive move? And by, I would say, a 3-1 margin, they all said the DDT.
Teddy Long. I don't even remember Teddy Long
Several significant moves.
managing Johnny B. Bad.
Like a DDT, a figure four, that really
Touchdown, Cowboys. I'll turn on the football game once this Halloween Havoc's over. So it's Ethan Page and what? Ethan and Trick? I saw Ethan's rap. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad for a cracker. But the problem is, like, when Ethan Page is aggressively white. So it's weird to see him try to, like, do a diss track on someone. Like, he can't be doing that. Have you seen yourself? Oh, wow. Nice. Reversal, reversal.
Right now, it's referee's discretion.
I kind of didn't realize that Johnny B. Bad was a heel at first either. He's definitely working heel here. Kind of like the honky tonk man type of deal, you know? Like that Elvis shit. You just got to be a heel. He did a reverse honky. Started heel, went babyface. Honky started face, went heel. Oh, you and your hoes. Okay. I was rooting for the Twins that year because I remember one of their pitchers was Jack Morris, who was on the Tigers. And I also liked Kirby Puckett. Big Kirby fan. Nice. Trick is Willy Wonka? Did I miss that? Did I miss his entrance? Imagine what... Oh, I see the Wonka shit on his gear. Imagine what Velveteen would be doing if he, you know, wasn't a sick bastard and didn't fuck his whole career over because he's a dumbass. Imagine a Trick and Velveteen match. I liked Velveteen's music, too. It's a shame we'll never hear it again.
First time here in 1991, and I think, quite frankly, he's going to be one of the leading contenders for Rookie of the Year. And Jimmy Jam Garvin,
Jimmy Jam.
very experienced athlete, began wrestling whenever he was 18 years of age. Remember the very famous...
That was wild that I was like a month or two into my, probably 2 months into my high school career when this show aired. Freshman year.
Kenny doing a lot for the confidence of Johnny B. Bad. I think he's very instrumental part in Johnny B. Bad's makeup. Once again, Johnny B. Bad looking as serious as we've ever seen him. We're talking makeup, not eyeshadow. Yes. Johnny B. Bad now showing a very aggressive streak. We have seen two sides of Johnny B. Bad.
I like this referee because I don't remember him. He's a Nick Patrick and Pee Wee Anderson clone. But he doesn't stick around too long. They all had that hair and that mustache, man. Oh, they were chanting DDT. I didn't know what the fans were chanting earlier. DDT, okay. Pretty sure that's after ringside there, right? Snapping pics? It's either him or George, but I think it's after.
the referee's in a tough situation because he's got to keep his eye really on Theodore Long. He's got to keep his eye on
God.
Michael Hayes. And there's high elevation. Really good backdrop there by Johnny B. Bad. And Johnny B. Bad now getting that left in. Barber's got to stay away from that. Irish whip to the corner. Oh, he caught him. And he caught him well with that foot. And again with a clothesline. Johnny now climbs that ladder up on top.
Big. Oh, wow. That was very, very close to disaster there on that diving sunset. Oof, man. He could have broke his neck on that one.
Surprising us that he's using the top rope for offense. And I'm sure it's surprising Jimmy Jam as well. I think it may be a sign of a little bit of desperation here because he's doing it again.
Yeah, Johnny's desperate. Oh. Guess he just went for a double axe and Jimmy Jam stopped him. That wasn't in the solar plexus, that was in the breadbasket. The way Mark Merrow rolled into that bump, Ted DiBiase would do that. He would do a somersault after getting punched in the stomach. Johnny is busted open in his mouth there. He might have caught a tater to the face. That'll happen.
Sometimes you walk away from a win in WCW learning as much as you do, or a loss as much as you do with a win. The flamboyant one who's been on a hot streak in recent weeks. All the way up to number 8 in the top 10, but right now he's in danger of...
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
For one thing, it looked like they were both going to go for a leapfrog there, Tony. I think because of what has happened in this match, both men wore down, and of course it was a sense of timing. I don't think that Johnny B. Bad got up as high as he could have had been earlier on in the match, and that's why it happened. He went for the left. Here we go.
Oh, there's the DDT. Right as Long jumped up on the apron. This is going to be a win for the heel then, if this is the type of finish they're doing.
Incredible.
Boom! Roll the quarters or no? Just a regular old right hand? Good job, Long. I had forgotten he started out as a heel. And Michael Hayes just nailed Peanut Head. Did he just call Teddy Long a peanut head? Peanut Head. Your head looked like a half-sucked milk dud. You're sorry. You're sorry, boy.
Jim, you can credit this win solely to one man, Teddy Long. There you see that's the attention of the referee, Mike Atkins. And Jimmy Jam could have had a count of more than 3 here.
Now we get that great music.
No referee, no count. But that was not only the only reason Teddy Long. There you see Jimmy making the count himself with no referee. And then
Derek Kennedy, that Tatum Paxley, Greg's a fan. She takes her vitamins. Oh, Missy Hyatt. Missy takes the opposite of vitamins, aka drugs.
Thanks, guys, and I'm still looking for the WCW fan.
Is she supposed to be like a Vegas showgirl or something?
I want to be the first to find him. Oh, beautiful Bobby. Stop.
Bobby just got a pumpkin.
Where's the WCW fan?
Who's the phantom? How about Dorothy and Mara and Jack?
What? Look, you've been in the dressing room. I know
I love that he's got a pumpkin. He's just, I'm taking his pumpkin with me.
Celebrate. I just want a match.
I want to celebrate with my pumpkin. Women. Women. Can't live with them. Can't drown them. You're handcuffed. That was funny. I just love that Bobby Eaton walked through with a pumpkin. What? I'm just going through with my pumpkin. You know, put it in my bag with everything else I got. So if you need a pumpkin, Bobby's got one. Here comes Austin and Jeannie. It's crazy how he would be with Deborah later on, you know? Like, they could be twins. Austin definitely has a type. What is that in the ring? Is that thumbtack? No, it's nuts and bolts. Jeez. Or nuts, maybe it's nuts and washers. No, I don't see any bolts.
World Television Champion being introduced. Well, Wendy Weiner back there, alias Missy Hyatt, not having a lot of luck finding the Phantom.
Yeah, what's what's going on with this Phantom? What are they talking about? They're looking for the Phantom.
Match right here. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Austin.
One of my favorite episodes of my favorite sitcom, Wings. They did a Phantom of the Oprah. They did a play, Phantom of the Oprah, about a disgruntled former employee of the Oprah Winfrey Show that terrorizes the studio audience and shit. This is crazy. This is Stone Cold and Gold Dust. Remember Hopper 316? Like here, I would argue that Dustin is a higher spot on the card than Austin. Arguably, when Austin got to WWE, Dustin was already on the rise. They both got there around the same time, but Dustin had already won Intercontinental Championship gold. I think even Mark Merrow had a higher paying contract than Steve Austin.
And watching him walk the aisle, you know, you look into his eyes, you look at the way he holds himself, his mannerism. He looks much more than just a 21-year-old. He looks like he's been wrestling in this sport for years and years. He has so much, come so far in such a short period of time. But I want to tell you something, as far as I'm concerned, I was starting a franchise.
You know who this version of Austin reminds me of?
Stunning Steve Austin. Because
He's
had never wrestled
in Good Will Hunting. The scene in like the bar where Matt Damon shuts that guy down.
television on.
I think he's the brother of he's got like the same voice.
That television championship.
He's the brother of
Oh, what a counter move.
I think like the Mayhem Insurance guy or something. He's got that same face and voice to him.
And Austin.
And he's got that hair, that ponytail hair, and Matt Damon just humiliates him. That's who Austin reminds me of, is that douche in Good Will Hunting. Yeah, my boy's wicked smart.
But if you're a world TV champion, you defend your belt probably twice, 3 times as much as the world heavyweight champion does. Good shoulder block by Stunning Steve Austin.
Stunning Steve and the natural Dustin Rhodes. This epitomizes what this era of WCW was like for me as a fan. Just matches like this. A lot of Bobby Eaton matches.
The UCC arena.
A lot of Sting.
This match, what is characteristic of television championship matches, is a 15-minute time limit affair. Good shoulder block again by Stunning Steve. This one is very fast-paced.
Yeah, Garrett, you're right. Lady Jeannie out there at ringside, she is the person credited with the Stone Cold moniker.
Very quickly kicks out. Side headlock. Oh, what a chain. A succession
I love that.
chain offense
It's pretty ironic that the nickname
by Stunning
that Austin would use that would define his
Steve with that
machismo and manhood and badassness and badassery was made while he was drinking a spot of tea
Austin.
instead of like pounding a 12-pack Coors Light.
Story she could tell, huh?
No, I'm drinking a little tea.
Your grandson in the sport.
He should have came up with it when he was fucking hammered on Coors Light.
Austin again in the ropes.
Hell, you know what'd be badass? Stone Cold. What do you think about that, honey? Stone Cold. As he throws another beer can at the wall.
Austin, on the other hand,
But no, he comes up with it while he's drinking a spot of tea.
uniquely motivated athlete.
Does he have a crumpet with that?
Think of it. Care less, as a matter of fact. Side headlock by Dustin, who has a decided leverage advantage being 6'6" in this
Trick did a Drew? Oh, what he miss?
Austin caught him.
Did he miss a Claymore on the steps? That was so gnarly.
Turned him out, wrestled.
Yeah, we might be getting to the finish here and Trick and Ethan Page. We also have the Natural and Stunning Steve on WCW.
A hammerlock.
It's yesterday and today, literally happening at the same time.
This match may go down to the man with the very last good move to win the match. Dustin this time with the tackle. He has the offense. And Austin counters.
Nice.
Hip lock. Goes for the
Ooh, Austin's going for elbows like that instead of that thing that he does.
shoot the offense on each.
I mean, Austin's only been in the biz a year and a half at this point, I think.
Now, is he going to get disqualified or not?
I want to say he started wrestling around 89-ish.
Randy, don't call me
Pee Wee Anderson.
I think it was a good one. I think so also it was great improvisation from Dustin that time because in a split
Thank you, GQ Smooth. It's Greg Valentine who I was thinking of.
clothesline and it was right.
I remember that. I think we watched, I think one of our WCW shows we watched, they wrestled.
Move there by Austin.
And I think it was against like the Southerners or something.
Suplex for his trouble. And Austin, a little arrogant there, did not negate the legs. Didn't hook the leg. And Dustin caught him with a knee. And Dustin's bulldog, he can hit it from anywhere. And Austin blocked it. Yeah, Austin saw it coming also. Sometimes you can
What a right hand by Goldust.
he does the fingers in the air, you know it's coming, and Austin knew it. These two young men have very distinctive finishing maneuvers as you take a look down in the ring. The stun gun for Austin can be hit when your opponent is moving, and that blue-eyed young man loves to utilize the bulldog headlock. Austin turned him over on his shoulder, and Austin may have had the tights. We could not see from our vantage point. But the point is that the stun gun or the bulldog can be,
There are 10 minutes remaining to time limit.
can be hit at any time, and Austin indeed does have a handful of tights there, and that's where he got his additional leverage.
Yep.
There's another way Austin has been winning matches aside from the stun gun.
I'm looking through.
Times the, if you will, object from Lady Blossom appear.
I'm looking through our watch-alongs, and I do not see Survivor Series 2000 on here. Or not 2000, Survivor Series 1990. Are we sure we did that?
Well,
It's not in the playlist.
I hope not.
SummerSlam 90 is, not Survivor Series 90, unless I'm missing it.
Where the better man wins. Well,
Survivor Series 98, 95, 01.
WCW Championship Committee.
Unless it's been deleted or something.
Yours truly, they wouldn't even let Lady Blossom at ringside. That may offend some of the male fans here. But these managers are so
Last year, it looks like we did Survivor Series 92, 89, and 03.
in jeopardy. And it certainly puts the other wrestler at a distinct disadvantage, and it's an unfair advantage. Unfortunately, when you're a champion,
Yeah, I don't see it in here.
a lot of stroke of the
I'm not convinced we've done it.
a lot of politics going on there. They're
Oh, what happened here? Oh, is Ridge going to help out?
crossbody. Dustin had a 2 count. Side headlock. Man, they are going for it.
Is the match already over, or is Ridge helping Ethan win, or did he already help him win? Looks like Ethan Page is about to regain the NXT title here.
This is for the World Television Championship. Stunning Steve, who defeated Beautiful Bobby to win the television title.
Oh, there's Bully Ray. Okay, he's out there now. Ah, son of a bitch. He's probably going to save the day.
Same championship, or it could be
Okay, so yeah, so this will set up Bully and Ridge Holland for ECW
Bobby.
in the ECW arena.
Against Eaton would be a phenomenal matchup. How many times did we say, Jim, you and I both, after Stunning Steve won that World TV title from Beautiful Bobby, well, it won't be long.
Thank you, Paul Carpenter. Review of Survivor Series 90, not a watch along. All right, we're doing that one. Either next week or the week after.
Like I said, he's the hottest athlete right
That
now.
Hogan and Warrior thumbnail will be perfect.
First issue of WCW magazine. Stunning Steve and Lady Blossom are featured in a big fold-out. As a matter of fact, it's a double fold-out.
Okay, so Trick
A double fold-out, Tony, to get
is still the champ.
No, but I'm waiting for the answer. I'll tell you after the show. That's in the latest edition of WCW magazine. Steve's on the cover, by the way. Oh, Dustin went for a high risk. My gosh, that kid bounced like a
Executive producers Paul Levesque and Shawn Michaels. That is crazy to see that on the.
The first big turning
On the
point
credits
in this
there.
match has just been executed by Stunning Steve, and now Stunning Steve
NWO wanted to take over, but DX actually did it.
his right hands to the head of Dustin.
Unreal.
Those knuckles right to the forehead of this kid.
crazy to see like Austin and Dustin with just so much career in front of them, you know. Neither one of them have hit their most successful point yet, not even close. Dustin is still in the ring. That's something we haven't thought about on this pay-per-view that we're currently watching. How many are still in the ring? I think it's only Dustin. Trying to get down to the fucking game here.
Right above the eye, it looks like. If you watch much boxing, you know that even with 8-ounce gloves on, the area right around the eye is very susceptible to cuts.
Yeah, Dustin busted open. It always looks really bad in his blonde hair, too.
What this kid they call the Natural is all about here. Because now he is hurt. And Stunning Steve, right off the top, with a double accent.
Dustin, his age is probably accurate. That's probably accurate. He probably is 21 at this event. Was he born 1970?
But so much build-up before this match between these two great athletes, and Austin wants to prove a point here, but look at Dustin. Oh my. Dustin fought back with a right hand, but man, he's got
I googled Dustin. Dustin Hoffman, Dustin Diamond, Dustin May, Dustin Poirier, Dustin Milligan, and Dustin Lynch all come before Dustin Rhodes. Born in 1969, so yeah, that would be right. That would be about accurate here. I'm rooting for Austin here, but I don't know. I feel like Dustin is in a better position in the company.
I tell you what, you look at Dustin, you look at that forehead, and if you'd say this to his daddy, you say, hey, his forehead looks awfully bad. You say to his daddy, Dusty Rhodes, say, hey, his forehead looks awfully bad. First thing Dusty will say, yeah, but it's a long way.
30 years old.
That's right.
Dustin is not 30 years old here. He'd be, what, 65 today?
Well, Austin now may go into a sustaining mode, and she's very happy with it.
All right. I am out of 805, baby.
Come on, Randy Anderson, he got it that time. Good call by the referee. Calling for the break. And a good, smart move by Dustin trying to get to his feet quickly. And he got that right hand in. And now his right are fighting them hard. Irish whip. And Dustin now. Oh, he's trying to go for a flip out. And what a clothesline. What impact.
I love this. It's going a decent amount of time.
4 minutes remaining.
4 minutes remaining.
Almost got him right there.
And I guess a 15-minute time limit.
Inside cradle.
Television title on the line. Both men sweaty. One man bloody.
Now Dustin reverses it.
The WCW aesthetic in the background.
Up 3 near falls.
Don't get no better than this.
Another near fall situation.
Oof.
Drop kick. He took a chance, ladies and gentlemen, but it did not pay off. There's a lateral press. And the kid will not quit. So many times in a time limit match like this when it's getting close.
All right, we got the football game on now. Dallas up 10-3 over San Fran.
Steve Austin's not doing this.
Two shitty teams who will both probably miss the playoffs.
As anything else. He does
Fighting it out.
Dustin Rhodes again. That's right. A little bit of slapping. Oh, come on. Backhand the kid.
God. Lady Blossom.
Boy, that's appalling.
I was all out of 805, so switching over to the Stellas now.
Interject yourself there. Tony made a good point early in the match. He's been really fun ball. The Stunning
Oh, Austin. He was going for
nothing but rope.
nothing but rope.
Atomic drop. And a worry. He's going to go for it right now. Austin too close to the ropes. Not only that, I think he was underneath the ropes. He could have moved a hand underneath the ropes easy as put a leg on. Well, what a situation. Rhodes has been deeply lacerated, but he hasn't. Oh my God!
Posted Austin. Austin might be.
I don't know if you could hear it at home, but we could hear
He might be blading.
of Austin's head ramming
I think he might have.
that steel post.
Yep, he did. He did. 2 minutes remaining. We're going to get a draw out of this.
These Less than 120 seconds to hold on. And that's exactly what Dustin has to get the 1, 2, 3. Power slam.
Dustin is counting with the referee. You can't do that, Dustin.
That time from a new world television champion being crowned. A snap mare, and over goes Austin. And Dustin
I'm trying to think of what Dustin's promos were like in 91, because when he first came in, he was trying to emulate Dusty, doing the voice and everything, and I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. And it didn't last long. I don't remember if he was still doing it here or not. I don't think he was. But he was doing the whole thing, baby. You know, he was cutting his first promos, teeth cutting shit. He was doing that. 1 minute.
double the small mistakes here 2 times now on near falls. Dustin is not hooked away. He's
Man, the crowd is really into this. A winner would be...
for 2 counts.
What is Anderson doing? Get off the ropes, bro.
He's hammering him. I don't
Imagine if Aubrey Edwards did this.
know now. He wants
The fans would be flinging poo at the wall. That's why I say fans who complain about Aubrey Edwards don't know shit about the history of referee behavior. Don't know shit.
He's fired up now.
Nice.
Lateral press. He may have him. Austin
He let him up. What do you let him up for?
Dustin's got to hurry.
15 seconds.
Nice chance right here. Nice chance. He went for it.
Ah.
Oh, the bell round.
Austin kicked out.
The bell round. Austin's going to retain the championship. Dustin 1 count away from winning the title.
That was pretty well timed, I think.
These 2 wrestlers wrestle to the time limit. The official decision, a draw. Stunning Steve Austin retains the television championship.
Dustin and Austin wrestled a bunch. This isn't their only encounter in WCW. They would be in the ring together a few times over the next couple of years.
How do you like Halloween Havoc so far?
Maybe even for the US title. I don't remember.
Fans, our next
But
pay-per-view.
they wrestled a bunch. And Austin and Goldust would have several run-ins in WWE too.
Oh, here's more about Starcade.
Oh, Norfolk Scope is where Starcade's going to be. Sweet. I could have made the trip.
World Championship Wrestling presents the Sports Spectacular Starcade 91.
Do y'all remember like 4 Christmases ago, maybe 3, I think 4 though, when I sat here and did a live stream where I opened a box of WCW trading cards? Remember that? I had 2 of those boxes. The other box that I have, I brought them both out. It's still there. It hasn't moved from that night. It's just on my shelf sitting there.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest on Halloween Havoc 1990.
It's just right here.
It is set for 1 fall.
We cracked the whole thing open and opened them up. And I have 2 of these. I bought the whole box for $1. And I still have the other one. And it hasn't moved from this like place on the shelf in 4 years. I'm a procrastinator. I've had 4 years to put that back in the storage container that it's in the walk-in closet, and I haven't done it.
In upcoming weeks on our television network, but remember the date, Sunday, December the
So if you've ever... Oh, go, buddy. If you've ever sent me a DM and I haven't gotten back to you, maybe that kind of explains how I can be.
He weighs 334 pounds. The world's strongest human being,
Bill
Bill Kazmaier.
Kazmaier, the world's strongest human being, he's carrying a world, Earth-sized or globe-sized wrecking ball or something.
I guess the most significant for people that work
And he's taking on Oz. Hell yes.
1 pound press. I can only wonder as I watch Kazmaier come in. You know, to be a very
Okay, so this is... Look at this shit. Look at Kevin Nash.
wonder, we all, as Oz is in here, we
Fucking Neanderthal Vanilla Ice.
Cactus Jack coming in. I wonder if he prepared
Look at Nash.
and if that's going to hurt him
He's so weird looking.
Oz is a very strong individual also. Well, this is going to be a pure power match.
I mean, we're like 2 years away from Diesel.
Kazmar's game plan is going to change no matter who he wrestles.
There's a WWF sucks sign in the crowd.
Forte is not scientific wrestling. His forte is using his power. Both men are in the early stages of their career. They're both going to try to find that one move. You and I talked about it before we went on the air. Using an analogy of a baseball player. These guys are baseball players that hit about 250, but I think they swing for a lot of home runs. They go for the hard hit, the big move. Sometimes big hitters swing and miss.
I don't remember anything about this Bill Cashmere or whatever the fuck his name is. He's beating the hell out of Kevin Nash right now, though. Oh, terrible body slam, no technique whatsoever. He looks like he's been trained for about an hour and a half. The referee looks like either Hall or Oates. I don't know which one. I think they're feuding, actually, Hall and Oates. Hall and Oates. Cashmere. Do you have a sweater? It's got to be Cashmere.
Still came back. The ribs are not taped right now. It shows a lot about his makeup. And I'd also like to say to the youngster Dustin Rhodes, young man, there's going to be another day very soon for you. What a great match. What a match.
Yeah, that was a pretty good match with Austin and Dustin. Now we have to watch this crap. This Oz guy, anybody know whatever happened to him? Did he ever win any belts outside of WCW?
I would think so. Surprisingly, Oz has the advantage in this test of strength right now. But for how long? Has the height advantage, which, as you mentioned earlier in the match, gives the man a great deal more leverage.
That's crazy. Liv's been with the company 10 years. That's nuts. But I guess it makes sense. 2014, to me, feels like yesterday. I was 4 years into my YouTube run by then. Just starting to get used to it. Still didn't have the podcast yet, but we were doing videos and commentaries and stuff.
Kazmar whips him in. Good hip lock takeover by Kazmar. Well, Kazmar, even though he's very strong, very
10-6 Dallas.
The hip lock showed us something right there. Oz has wrestled for WCW in Japan.
Oh, it was Crapper 316, not Hopper 316.
Missed that shoulder.
Oh, man, Nash with a... Yeah, that's a guy that big being folded up. That had to hurt like shit. How long did this Cashmere hang around? I don't have any memories of this dude ever. He's a bunch of strongman shit.
Tony Schiavone was a toast of Tokyo, ladies and gentlemen.
There is a Cashmere and Jushin Thunder Liger versus DDP and Mike Graham match in Norfolk. That's crazy.
That's a tremendous move.
I don't remember him at all.
Kazmar really showing us a lot here. Getting better, I can tell you that.
He has got Nash up in a torture rack. Luger did that to him. It is Luger's torture rack, and he submitted. He submitted to your world champion's finisher? Is Luger going to have a chat with this feller when he gets backstage? It wasn't pretty. You got that right, JR.
He's been using the bear hug and a full Nelson, but he surprised him here. I think what's impressive about this is...
Oh, they got Regal set for Tuesday's NXT. That'll be fun.
300 pounds. Because we talk so much about the strength of the arms, we talk about the strength of the legs. It takes a lot of leg strength to get Oz up. Our congratulations.
The music is the worst.
Still to come, ladies and gentlemen, 3 more championship matches, including that 2 out of 3 fall epic we've all been waiting for. Ron Simmons will try to realize his dream as he challenges a total package Lex Luger. But a young man that is, put some dreams into the heads of some young fans is Heavy Metal Van Hammer. We're going to see him momentarily. A lot of terms.
Van Hammer.
World Championship Wrestling. Fantastic. The Hammerheads. Hammer Hysteria and the Van Hammer Tooler. We're getting ready to see him right now here on Halloween Havoc. Well, Van Hammer, we thought was going to take on Michael Hayes. Hayes has been injured. Well, he's not really injured, but he You saw that situation. He's going to be taking on pretty boy Doug Summers.
Okay. Doug Summers is going to face Van Hammer. Okay. Look at him. Look at Van Hammer. You got the guitar. I mean, he kind of looks a little like Sammy Hagar. Oh my God, they got jackhammers. They rented jackhammers for his entrance. I mean, he had a great look. I mean, he was ripped. He'd hang around at WCW for what, almost 10 years, right? Van Hammer was there like at the end, wasn't he? In and out, I think. He came and went.
What's that shirt say he's wearing? That's a big shirt. Hammer rocks.
Hammer rocks.
6'5", 295.
I mean, 91, man, we're getting the tail end of this hairband bullshit. It's about the end of the road for your Poisons and your Cinderellas and all that crap. It was going to be Pearl Jam and Nirvana and Soundgarden. Look at Doug Summers.
Doug Summers, a veteran. Stepping up to the
He looks like a brand new grandpa about to take his kids to the pool.
The shirt coming off. Tony, have you ever had anybody react to you like that when you take that shirt off? Tony Schiavone shirt?
Jim Ross.
I'd like to say that he got a heck of a reaction. And what separates, it's an old cliche, but as far as young athletes are concerned, what separates the good ones from the bad ones is confidence.
What's going on? You guys need to knock it off.
Much like Dustin Rhodes has.
Doug Summers, you're washed up, son.
Hammer right now. A raw rookie here in WCW.
A raw rookie.
Wrestling. Not like a raw rookie. He has got confidence, as Tony mentioned. Man, he
I mean, look at Van Hammer's gear is kind of modern, isn't it? Like, look at his trunks or his tights or whatever they're called. Pants. Like, a lot of guys have shit going around the waist now and accessories on their boots and whatnot. I feel like that's something Seth Rollins would wear.
He has hit Doug Summers with everything within 1 minute because his fans hammerheads and they are involved in hammer hysteria. Front face lock. Slingshot.
Ooh, that was not the best landing. He beat him. All right, good. I'm glad it was quick. That's one of our 1-minuters there. John, what's up? Yeah, I kind of skipped NXT Halloween Havoc. It was on the screen here, but I don't really watch NXT. I don't love the product, to be honest. So I eyeball it. And I'm not going to let one of their pay-per-views screw up our classic watch-along. So we had 1991 Halloween Havoc going on here and present-day Halloween Havoc going on there. It's a hangout, Sunday night hangout. But for the people who've been here every week, you guys know we go head-to-head with NXT all the time.
Fans coming up in just a few moments, the very first WCW Light Heavyweight Championship bout. And I believe we have some comments from both men before our big title matchup when we'll see a new champion. Let's hear them now.
Many great athletes have competed over the years,
Pillman.
entire careers, without ever having the opportunity.
Ladies, don't take your pants off and throw them at your screen. I know he's sexy. I know that. I know. Just try to contain yourselves. Juliet, don't freak out.
I'm dedicating my effort tonight to my family and the great fans of WCW. I won't let them down.
This is Halloween Havoc, and you will all be witnesses to the York Foundation securing their first ever title in WCW. We will not stop there, however. Richard, this is a big night for all of us.
That's right, Miss Short. You know, it's been a long
Richard Morton.
You're taking Brian Pillman is coming to a dead end because all my life I've been a champion. When you mention Richard Morton, it is championship material. It's going to be no different because tonight, brother, I'm coming to be the light heavyweight champion of the world.
Okay. Richard Morton and Brian Pillman. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest to decide the light heavyweight champion. Introducing the first contestant from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Here he comes.
120 pounds,
Brian, the walk-on at Miami of Ohio, where he not only earned all
Pillman was one of the first guys that I started recognizing as like, holy crap, if you start getting like athletes in here doing this, like, even though we had some great high flyers, you know, Shawn Michaels and, you know, and Owen Hart and all those guys were very good, but Pillman was like, he was just like extra springy, you know. He made me feel like maybe how like a Ricochet would make me feel now. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people who do what Ricochet does, but he just got something extra, you know, on his stuff. And Pillman, there was so much like raw athleticism there that wasn't maybe as polished as some of the other high flyers, you know, maybe in WWE, but it was there, like just the athleticism. And Nick Patrick with the helmet on. Reefer eye cam. I love that. It's the reefer eye cam. Oh my God, Nick Patrick, you literally look like a mental patient.
The kid was a walk-on at Miami of Ohio, meaning he did not have an athletic scholarship. Not only did he make the team, but he became...
Oh, that's the TV title. No, that's the light heavyweight title.
A player in the league, was an All-American. He comes from the collegiate ranks. Richard Morton, on the other hand, his father was a long-time professional wrestling referee. He started wrestling professionally at the age of 17. So they've both taken different paths to arrive here on Sunday, October 27th, in this first ever WCW.
Sunday, October 27th, even the same day as of the week. That worked out. They switched to the reefer eye cam, and it was looking at the mat.
Match in this division that it is very offensive-minded. It is very fast.
And 91 technology, too. That thing had to be heavy. That shit, he's got a whole fanny pack on his ass there, carrying all the power and electrical to it. We saw this recently at Bad Blood, right? Wasn't there like a cam on the ear? So it's gotten a lot easier to do this stuff, but it's still not something that you really need to be doing.
Nice move there by Richard Morton. And he moves to the outside. You know, going into this, I felt like that Morton's experience and the computer assistance of Alexander...
The computer assistance, she goes, let me check my laptop. Let's look here. You can't, look at this bullshit. You can't even see. He's like, let me look. But the camera's in the way. Why do you keep needing to keep closing it, though? Wouldn't you want to leave it open so you can have all your shit there and can you keep updating it with all your stats? How much he really depends on the computer. Shivani, he doesn't depend on the computer at all. The computer is a prop. It's probably not even real.
Morgan trying to counter. Pillman's got it blocked. Pillman's got a 5-pound weight advantage. That's negligible in this.
I mean, that computer is essentially the Undertaker's urn. Same concept. Harness the power of the computer. That'd be funny if she pulled out like a USB and just started charging Ricky Morton. Hey, you're just out of juice, man. Just got to charge you up. Stick it in his ass. The refer eye camera. Oh, thank you. I've always wanted to know his name. That's Jimmy Suzuki.
WCW very popular in the land of the rising sun.
Ross, shut up. But I have always wondered his name because I see him at ringside a lot.
Well, for Richard Morton, he gets what he deserves. I never thought it had happened. It happened just up the road in Knoxville when he sat right in the middle of the ring when he made his turn, and he signed his last autograph when he signed a contract with the York Foundation. He turned away from Robert Gibson and his fans and turned to Alexander York, and now Morton has those right hands.
Reefer eye cam.
Exactly what the referee's looking at. Pillman's now good head and shoulder fake. One of his better moves. And
I mean, I don't even know what you would need a laptop for. I mean, other than if you were at a job that you needed, the laptop could perform, you know, and do applications and shit like that. But I don't know why you would need one as a home user at that in 1991, you know?
The maximum you can weigh.
Other than typing shit, I don't know what you're going to do on it.
Good shoulder block. He's hooked the leg. I hope, I'm sure the fans of Flying Brian.
I don't even have a laptop. I used to. It's old and dead. I don't even pull it out. It was a piece of shit. I bought it for cheap. So I need a laptop at some point. Something nice for travel.
For the season already.
But I don't even have one.
Head scissors applied by Morton. You know, Pillman's had some shoulder problems. We know that. He says he's 100%. And he says that under any circumstances for us not to use his shoulder as any type of excuse. But I'm sure that Morton's going to test it. Oh, there's no question. You know, Morton will certainly test the shoulder. And there you see Nick Patrick admonishing Richard Morton. Flying Brian has come under some tremendous attacks from the entire York Foundation. And I would say, you know, we know that Terrence Taylor may still be around, and I'm sure he is. Maybe the last attack still not finished from the York Foundation here.
Nice. Pillman.
Drag takeover. And another. The first a Japanese version, the second the American version. Side headlock.
Ricky Morton's one of them guys that just never stopped wrestling. He was able... A couple years ago, he was taking like a destroyer on Dynamite. Like, he just...
Sudden death situation. There's no second chances in this match.
I don't think there's an end for him. He just will go forever.
When Lex Luger defends against Ron Simmons. 2 out of
The
3
fucking
falls there.
midnight... Or, I'm sorry, the rock and roll. I cannot even fathom how much
Men are probably pacing themselves
southern pussy they probably got back in the day. Town to town, girls going crazy for him.
No time limit.
Going crazy for 2 country fucks, you know?
Quick movement got him
The definition of sexy was so different. Like, there, you know, Ricky Morton's got, like, he's got more size, but he's got like a Rod Stewart body. And I remember, like, how many women just thought Rod Stewart was so sexy. I'm like, he's 5'1", he weighs 88 pounds, he's got spaghetti noodle arms, he has no muscular definition whatsoever. He looks like a 9-year-old boy, you know, like when he has no shirt on. And like, oh, they're just like, oh, he's so sexy, and I'm like, he is? Looks like a little bitch to me. But back then, like, nobody cared. Like, now, like, everybody's gonna be buffed and in shape and everything. But back in the 80s and 90s, a lot of the rock stars that got so many women, you know, were like $120. Couldn't bench 30 pounds if they had a spotter.
He's an overachiever because he's got a great attitude. He doesn't know the word quit. Stays in great shape. He trains hard.
Except for Danzig.
That's so important in today's society. Maybe one day there'll be a Flying Brian determination. Oh my!
Nice atomic-y
That will
on
certainly
Pillman.
change the momentum of this contest.
Because even by this point, I mean, we're in 91 here, and
Was an inverted.
Morton's a veteran. Pillman's new.
And now Richard Morton hooking the shoulder.
I like how he's Richard Morton.
Pillman down with it, and right now we're seeing him go to work on this shoulder. He's going to find out for himself if it's 100%, if it's fully healed. That's exactly what he's doing, Jim. Even though a bad shoulder certainly won't do anything.
Yeah, Pillman was never going to amount to much in WWE. I remember after he died, you know, I had friends being like, man, if he would have still been alive, he would have taken the belt from Shawn. I'm like, no, he wouldn't have. He couldn't work.
Great light heavyweight.
I'm like, look at what the few matches he did have in WWE. Look at those compared to some of these matches. He's clearly not the same person.
He rolled
And the car accident really did him in. Wrestled in constant pain.
and he caught the clothesline, a lateral press, and you see the extension of the legs of Flying Brian. That's going to be something that he can execute if his opponent doesn't hook the leg and neutralize the leg.
We're going to take it back to a moment ago.
She might need that laptop in a couple years. He had to go on America Online. But I don't even think any of that shit's started yet. Not even Netscape or anything yet. I don't think I logged on or surfed any webpage at all until like late 95, early 96. Maybe like 96 was the first time I actually visualized what the internet was, and it sucked back then.
A lot of tension on the shoulder of Flying Brian. And the left arm
Took 9.5 years for one page just to load up. Internet was terrible.
trying to certainly further injure this arm, but I have a feeling
It took me until like 2001 when I finally relocated to a new city and they had Time Warner Cable there. and they had like Roadrunner internet, where the previous place I was living just was still dial-up, and it sucked. And so I could not believe that with this new internet, it would just load up like that. I was just blown away. I'm like, oh my God, this is like a whole new way to live. Now I couldn't imagine like having to wait for a page to load. Everything's just instant now.
We're bringing in some very unique camera shots here tonight.
We are very lucky now.
Our production people are just doing a phenomenal job.
I love that if fans did not know that there is a reefer eye cam, they would just think that Nick Patrick is a crazy person that they've allowed to referee. And his crazy person doctors require him to wear a helmet.
Morton now has pulled that left shoulder back into a very precarious position.
A few moments ago, our fans may have noticed that when Flying Brian was hitting Richard Morton, you saw the arms of the referee being extended. That is telling us and letting everybody know that those are legal blows. Much like signs in football, referees have many signs.
Like in basketball for a no call.
Look at him. He's using right now Flying Brian's weight against him. He's pulling up, and therefore Brian's weight is pulling down on the shoulder.
Great overhand wrist lock there. Fans, it's jammed to the rafters here.
Who was going to walk out as the first light heavyweight champion? I mean, Pillman's got to be, what, 230 here? Maybe not. Maybe 220.
Snuffs it out.
That shows a great deal of confidence that Richard Morton has in his abilities. I can tell you that. It's that simple.
Suplex. He's got the leg hook. Holding down that hurt shoulder, but the right shoulder came up. Blatant choke there.
Oh my God. How many, Nate Dogg, how many in total tonight beautiful mullets have we seen? I think 6 or 7.
Gotta put some offense together here. He's got Pillman in trouble.
I mean, that opening match alone had Scott, Steiner, Diamond Stud. I don't know if El Gigante counts as a mullet. And we had Bobby Eaton. We got these two. There's 5 right there. Big Josh, did he kind of have a mullet? Johnny B. Bad counts, right? And maybe Jimmy Garvin. They all got mullets, man. We've seen more mullets than not mullets so far tonight. And there's another one next up because Tom Zenk wrestles. Nice.
If that thing wasn't hurt, it's going to be hurt now. He ran him steel first.
But Jimmy's back up on all 4s. You talking about a never say die attitude. Took a chance going out there. He paid for it, but notice how quickly he got up on all 4s. Kept his eyes straight ahead, looked at his opponent. He knows where it is, and watch out here.
Morton a little dazed. Morton turns around, and Pillman was on top. He's got the leg hook.
He got him. They tried to do the finish with the reefer eye cam. I had a feeling the way they were sticking on it. So a top rope high cross. Pillman would use that a lot on Morton for the win. And the new light heavyweight champion. Kind of looks like a cross between the WCW TV title and the WWE current Raw tags. The pizza tags. Color scheme on it. And he won it for The Rock. The referee. It takes a lot of imagination to use the referee cam.
Our congratulations to
I love you, wrestling, but you do make it hard sometimes.
Celebrating over that victory. But this now brings us to
Shivani, is he high? Look, he's just been giggly as all hell all night.
because the Z-Man about to take the ring to meet the WCW Halloween Phantom, and unfortunately Eric Bischoff or Missy Hyde have been able to ascertain his identity. Well, hopefully,
Well, nobody knows who the Halloween Phantom is. I guess we're gonna find out here because the Z-Man's taking him on.
we are looking forward. I know the Z-Man is ready, and it should be a tremendous matchup. Great deal of speculation on this one. Let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall. Introducing
Oh yeah, there it is. He's Mikey's lost his bike. Tom Zenk, man, you broke my heart in 1987. It's 4 years later. He's been in the company all this time. It's right around this time. He's probably been in the company exactly 4 years. Because he left in late 87. Or no, mid 87. So he's been there over 4 years. And he dumped Rick Martel. And then Martel replaced him with Tito. They became Strike Force, won the tags. I loved that. But the Can-Ams were one of my favorite tag teams as a kid. I loved the Can-Am Connection.
ladies and gentlemen,
Thought they looked good together.
his opponent. Parts unknown. Weight unknown. The WCW Halloween Havoc Phantom.
It's bad enough we electrocuted a motherfucker in the first match. Now it's the Halloween Phantom. Something tells me he's not a real Phantom.
Well, I can't say, I'm trying to say, fans, as you are at home.
I think when he takes his gear off there, Zinc might be in for
What an entrance, huh?
a rude awakening.
Died to sing a couple bars for us. And he's attacking the Z-Man.
Look at those forearms.
He's a good-sized
Look,
man.
they look a little familiar.
6'2". This man is larger than that.
Looks like he's got a great physique on him.
What a close find.
What I'd like to have right now
The Z-Man attack
is for all you dumb,
violently.
fat,
He has never been given the
lazy
to get out
piss
of
ants.
this one.
Keep the noise down so I can try to figure out who the Halloween Phantom is.
Known this, Jim. Halloween
Because I don't have a clue.
Beard certainly was going to try to kick it in gear to begin things. At least that's what I thought. It's just nade to the midsection. Look at another look. That's a big man right there.
That's a big man right there.
Small man. That's a big man. And we know he's got a mustache. That's all we know, right?
Yeah.
Drop seat. Abdomen first, right across the knees. And the point of the elbow right to the back of the head of the Z-Man. Does it again. And there's no wasted motion in this athlete. No, whoever he is, he knows how to put a hurting on an opponent. He's a very offensive-minded.
You know, I think Tom Zenk almost has a good enough body to win the Jesse the Body Award. I mean, almost.
Wow, can he absorb a blow or
Yeah, he did.
front of that drop kick?
Oh, what a reverse neck breaker. Very unique move.
He snapped it off.
And that's it. Wow, this Phantom.
What a move.
This Phantom's impressive, whoever he is.
Here's your winner, the WCW.
Women are probably looking at him like, what a ravishing specimen he is.
He absorbed a blow.
Kind of looks like Tom Selleck. Maybe it's Magnum PI Phantom.
He had everything going for him. And I tell you what, Jim, we're going to take a look first of all at some of his moves, but that right there, there's few signature moves in the sport, and one is called, if I can say this, Jim, the Rude Awakening.
Yeah, Rude Awakening is what Zinc got. Rude Awakening for him. This Phantom is going to be forced to be reckoned with
Your way on.
in the company. He might have a... I don't understand the black and white cookie mask, but he's pretty good, whoever he is. Doggone funny, Rick Rude. What about him? You just throwing random names in? Okay, Wendy Richter. Fucking Doug. Who just comes into a chat and just starts saying random names? Oh my god. Seth Rollins. Big King Kong Bundy. Doug.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest on Halloween Havoc 91. It is for the WCW World Tag Team Champions.
Oh, good. Tag team title match up next.
Introducing first the challengers from the WCW
Oh, no.
They are the United States Tag Champs, Firebreaker Chip, Tag Champion, the Patriots.
Who are these guys? The Patriots. We got a fireman. Who's he? Fire Marshal Bill. And who else? That's Ludwig Borga? What is happening? I don't know who these guys are. Their music's terrible. I don't even know who they are. Okay. I hope they lose. Oh, here we go. Oh, hell yes. This is more like it. Double A and the Living Legend? What a team. The Enforcers. Fuck you. If Zbyszko and Arn lose to these clowns, I quit. It's the Patriots. All right. I don't remember. I remember the Young Pistols. I don't remember the Patriots.
We did understand, you and I, that of course Barry Windham wanted to go up for the World Tag Team title maybe later on. There had been some noise to that end. Maybe he and Dustin Rhodes. Of course, they attacked Barry Windham to try to snuff out that potential early on. So now they can concentrate only on the Patriots. Did the same thing with Kazmaier. Well, I'm sure that
They took out Barry Windham earlier.
is 100%. If he has a partner, they got a big problem on their hands. But be that as it may, I think they've got a problem right here.
Zbyszko.
States Tag Team Champions.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely playing a game of human chess.
Competitive. They have defended their championship. And referring back earlier in the program, the Young Pistols have now thrown their name into
The Young Pistols.
so to speak, and they want a shot at the Patriots.
The Patriots.
The Patriots shocked us all.
But why if...
The Freebirds for the US Tag Team title.
Why would you... Why fireman? Why would you be a fireman? I mean, I guess... How do we not get that? WWE had all those gimmicks and where people had jobs and shit. We hadn't have a fireman? How did we not get a fireman? We got a cop. We got teachers. We got repo men. We got plumbers. Race car drivers. Baseball players. How did we not get a fireman?
He's got both of his arms hooked. One. Wow. Tell you what, since winning the U.S. Tag Team belts, they've come a long way. The Patriots, at least so far what we've seen from Chip, they've improved.
Oh, what is this guy? Fire Marshal who? Is Firebreaker Chip. Firebreaker Chip.
He's always got something smart to say, doesn't he? Oh, he's a miserable person. He's a miserable person.
All right, Arn. Put these Patriots out of their misery, please.
In my estimation, he is the greatest.
Does Kane count as a fireman? No, he does not.
I would echo those thoughts.
He needs a hose and a shiny truck.
And he certainly is the man who knows how to take control of the match because he has done so right now.
And that's pretty surprising, too, because every kid, like, falls in love with firemen, right? I remember, like, a fire truck came to my school when I was, like, in 2nd grade. The kids were shitting their pants. The fire truck, the fire truck. I mean, it's a fucking fire truck. So, like, you'd think a fireman gimmick would do well with a super young audience. I want to be a fireman, too, Mom. That's good.
Is there a rule to prevent that? I would think that if it gave someone an unfair advantage, the referee could get a towel or something and wipe the guy off. I've seen it happen before. Also, that's maybe a mind game. You know, to give the referee something to think about. We thought these guys, Anderson and Zbyszko, hey,
Yo, Kane can be classified as a dentist. That is true.
They'll take every advantage that is
just with all the jobs that wrestlers have portrayed, how have we not gotten to a fireman beyond Firebreaker Chip? How's he been the first and only? How has that happened?
Quite a bit taller than Arn Anderson. He'll have an advantage in the leverage department. Anderson knows that. He's going to try to get underneath. And they need to mat wrestle this big guy. They let him stay up vertically. He's going to give him some problems. Yeah, I think that full arm drag and twist was just giving Todd Champion a bone. I don't think he had Arn Anderson at all.
Like his entrance, he could come to the ring with like a ladder, and he could lay the ladder on the floor to the ropes, and then climb up the ladder and hop in the ring. Like that could be his entrance. Oh, it'd be so good. Drive a little truck.
Drop the knee right across the collarbone. Jim, you made a good statement about Arn Anderson being the greatest tag team wrestler you had ever seen. Two things that have made him great tag team wrestlers. Number one is that each and every time he puts something on an opponent, it is well executed. Oh, he's brought out, and he went the long way home. Wow. He rakes the eyes. Look at this. He knows where he is. He's going to get the suplex. No, he can't. The look on his face.
Oof.
Sheer fright. And the Chip now.
Firebreaker Chip.
Anderson back in. Oh, man. Bear hug time. We haven't seen Todd use this move. Very basic. And the living legend with a cheap shot. And the inexperience of Firebreaker Chip is harming his partner more than it's helping him. That's right. Double close on. I guess it didn't matter.
Todd had an 88. He did have a dark match in WWE. In Winston-Salem, beat Barry Horowitz. That's interesting. I was like, I don't remember this fucker. And then he wrestled another one in South Carolina in '93, defeating Ricky Nelson. So it looks like he's had a couple of tryouts. Didn't get picked up both times in WWE. And he was in and out in the mid-'90s. I barely remember him at all.
Also, what makes a good tag team wrestler is knowing when to bring the other guy in. And Arn Anderson had a decision to make. He could have stayed in, he could have made a tag. It was his call. And he said, all right, Larry, it's your turn.
Yeah, I did see the news earlier today about Ric Flair's stepson. That's a shame. Especially when you're 24, thinking that that's the answer. It's sad.
Be careful, Todd Champion. There's a tag. And Todd Champion's not aware of. I don't know. I've got a feeling he's going to find out. Oh, spinning kick right to the heart. And Anderson tossed him over the top. Again, Chip is beside himself. But look what's happening while the referee is trying to get Chip the Firebreaker back to his corner.
How did this Todd Champion not get... Like, how did Vince not get a huge hard-on for him when he came in? I mean, I know Vince has got a lot of giants in his crew, but this is a big boy.
Tremendous. It's going to take a phenomenal team to beat these two guys for the world title. Quite frankly, the Patriots go into this match as the underdog. Anderson measures it and drives it. He didn't drop it. He drove the knee right into the chest and makes the tag.
Now the Outrunners are bringing back the atomic drop. It's all in the cell on an atomic drop. And there is a match. I want you to go watch it. I even know where to find it. Maybe we'll watch it next. It's a Saturday night's main event. And it's in like 88. And one of the matches, I think it opens, is Beefcake and Valentine, the Dream Team colliding, exploding. The Dream Team explodes. But they already had a feud the previous year and stuff, so there is just another match between the two. And Beefcake delivers a couple of atomic drops to Valentine that he just hilariously sells. And he has to be seen to be believed. Rick Rude is good at selling them, too. Rude and Valentine, two best. Oh!
Caught right from behind. Arn Anderson again and again. That's why he's great. Boy, does he know what he's doing or what? Man, he's like a point guard distributing the offense. Backbreaker, lateral press. And again, we have to hand
Huh.
the top champion.
Zabisco.
He's been battered. Quite frankly, they have dominated him physically with some tremendous teamwork.
Zabisco, you lost all credibility in the Wrestle Rock Rumble.
Well, Todd's a good kid. And Todd knows they certainly are the underdogs coming into this match.
He like nunchucks fruit in the video or something. Oh.
Good counter move. That was raw strength. That's all that was. He got his body under him. He just muscled up. Larry Zabisco. Now Zabisco makes the tag. But so does Todd Champion. Now Chip is in there.
Now Chip is in there.
He's waited on. And he's got a surge of energy. Power moves, and now it goes to the air.
Throwing pretty good drop kicks.
The referee's got to take charge and get the other man out.
He's a little bit like Jim Powers, kind of.
Waist locks him. Trying to make an adjustment there. He did it. That's great strength. Modified slam, and Zabisco saved the pin there. Todd Champion, he just knocked Zabisco down on his own duff.
This is not helping Chip the Firebreaker at all to get the referee's attention turned away.
Got him with a reverse elbow there. A little chaotic here.
Champion kind of looks like Sylvain Grenier, just a bigger version of him. And there's the spiny, perfect spine buster. Let's make that the end. Yeah, and the champs retain. I wasn't going to let it happen. I refused Anderson and Zabisco to lose there. You know, on account of one of their opponents being named Firebreaker Chip. It's kind of a deal breaker.
The gourd buster, the spine buster, the power slam. It was the spine buster that prevailed. It's always an exciting move.
Boom.
Once again, experience overcomes youth. And once again, the World Tag Team Champions are the Enforcers. All right, getting our little headsets here. Live television, ladies and gentlemen, and we're having a great time. We hope that you are as well. Tremendous victory for the Enforcers, and they just...
Tony Schiavone looks like Wilson, Dr. Wilson from House.
Without a doubt, the best tag team combination right now in the world today. But our big matchup...
Oh, San Francisco's winning 13-10, third quarter.
We understand that Eric Bischoff has a very special interview, Tony. The guy that's always got a lot to say.
Yeah, Eric Bischoff right now is at the ringside area, and Eric, of course, was earlier on looking for the Phantom.
I could see Eric back there. He's got his stupid little costume on.
Eric Bischoff with a very familiar face.
Well, thanks, Jim and Tony.
Oh my God, you look like an idiot. You look like such an idiot, Eric Bischoff.
For the heavyweight champion of the world to come. But I'm here
For as much as he obsessively hates people on the internet, like Tony Khan and Meltzer, and
has some news that is going
as if he's got any room to talk.
WCW to its very core.
Little fucking prick.
Paulie dangerously makes his way to the interview area.
Paul, slap him in the face.
Medusa.
Hi, Medusa.
Paulie dangerously, I'll ask you point blank, what is this earth-shattering news? First of all, there's a story that nobody here has had the guts to break. For those of you who've been watching television and haven't seen me for a couple of weeks, WCW is headed by a steering committee. A bunch of modern-day Einsteins that don't realize it's 1991. These guys think
Look at Medusa.
controversial. These guys say, Paulie dangerously, you're too outspoken. So they say to me, Paul E. Dangerously, you are no longer the co-host of World Championship Wrestling.
Bummer.
Now, this means war. This means war on the championship committee. This means war on World Championship Wrestling. God, I happen to have a manager's license.
I like this. Even in 91, Heyman's brilliant, you know?
This whole damn company is to take away your heroes. And I'm starting right at the top with Sting. Because what would WCW do without Sting? So, I went out and got the First Lady of World Championship Wrestling, Medusa. And I said, Medusa, find me the man that can eliminate Sting for good. Find me this man, and this man is here in this building tonight.
Oh,
And Jim Ross couldn't pull his mask off.
it's the Phantom.
Marty couldn't pull his mask off. Maybe you
Oh yeah, it is on. Good call on whoever mentioned the World Series.
Medusa brought to me is here tonight. His name is the WCW Halloween Phantom.
Can't think of who Medusa reminds me of here. Maybe Jennifer Aniston or something. I can't pinpoint it. Here comes the Phantom.
Behind this man is the only man on the face of the planet that can help me bankrupt this company.
Oh, nice. Heyman wants to bankrupt WCW. I'm all for that.
The man behind this mask is the only man that's ever eliminated each and every person in his way. The man behind this mask is the only man that can crush the hopes of the little stingers until a man
The little stingers.
over the remnants of his career and says, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Rest in peace, Stinger. Your career is over. Ladies and gentlemen, the next United States Heavyweight Champion, Madison Square Brown. Wow.
Did you guys not recognize him in the ring when he was wrestling?
That's right, people. It's Madison Rhodes. And anybody who knows
Now he's already been there, right? He's not just coming in now, right? Help me out. We Are Pro Wrestling.
my women and my money.
This isn't his debut, is it? I thought he was already there.
It just so happens that my money man has a problem with the World Championship Committee. And the way he sees fit to solve this problem is to dismantle the WCW brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
What better way, Mr. Dangerously, to start off than with a low-life scumbag like
Maybe this is his debut because he hadn't grown his hair on his chest yet. This might be his debut. Up, George Kittle, touchdown, 49ers.
Dangerously? A couple of questions come to my mind, being that I never had the opportunity to stand face-to-face with the Stinger. I'm kind of wondering if he's really as small as he looks on television. I'm kind of wondering if he
This
is
must be his debut.
a low-life garbage collecting scumbag.
Rude.
on TV.
What a blessing for Rude. Gets to work with Sting instead of Warrior. That's awesome.
WCW, I'm going to take your United States title.
Rick Rude is from Minnesota,
What a coup.
and the World Series is on.
Had been suspended for being a little too controversial on television. He has left. He's been gone a couple of weeks, whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
Every story in the world circulated about it. Most of them ridiculous and untrue. However, he has returned here, and this is like having the #1 pick in the draft. And he's picked an All-American.
I think it's the biggest news item of WCW this year. The biggest. And whoa, what implications?
Obviously, he has some type of arrangement, a working arrangement with Medusa. He has signed some type of...
So this is the beginning. He's forming the Dangerous Alliance here, right?
And one thing you can say about those people, they certainly made their intentions clear.
Very, very clear.
They want the United States Heavyweight Championship from the Stinger. Ladies and gentlemen...
VHS nostalgia. Forgot about the watch along. We're watching an old VHS one tonight.
2 out of 3
Yeah, I was off a couple weeks on Sundays for other things going on, so we had a little break in the watch alongs temporarily, but we're back.
Some of you have seen this video. Let's take one more look at how Ron Simmons has prepared for tonight's match.
All right, Simmons and Luger. Hey, congrats on the 190 points, A.B. Johnson. Yeah, Detroit's defense. Yeah, they probably did pretty good. I'm happily, blissfully retired from fantasy football. I never have to worry about that shit again. I don't have to worry about anybody getting touchdowns or getting points or any players doing well. I can just watch the season. It's nice. I recommend it. Look at Simmons out there in his Florida State. God, what a stud. Look at him. Is that Bobby Bowden? Holy shit. Bobby Bowden. That was his name, right? Bobby Bowden? Why does that not sound right?
Don't worry about winning. You just go out, work, fight, crap. The hardest you can do, do the very best you can do. If you don't know any other way, then we just let the chips fall where they are. I want you to know this. When y'all get locked up and it's pretty tight, and you think you might be about to turn you, just don't forget. The other coach is sitting right there looking and whispering for you.
Damn, they're really playing up his Florida State history here. WWE would touch on it a little bit too.
Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, weighing 278 pounds, the All-American, Ron Simmons. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is for the WCW
This is his music? We are the nation. Who's he with, Dusty? Now, when Ron Simmons does win the WCW championship, but I swear that's in 1992, not here. So he's going to fall short here, I think. Good to see Dusty back in the tie-dye again. Dusty had just gotten back. Dusty's only been back in WCW for 8 or 9 months max at this point. He just came back from WWE with Dustin. Damn, look at that lady.
the American Dream, Dustin Rhodes. Big Ron's got the colors of the Seminoles. First time he's won those titles.
Yeah, the Seminoles do that shit too.
They came from behind. Last night,
Wow, look at the big letters for Luger. Luger, this is his WrestleMania special entrance. A bunch of tin-foiled cardboard letters. He's got Hughes with him? Hughes and Race? Holy shit. I think this music is terrible, but I'm still jamming out to it. Did Bowden pass away? I guess he probably had. Yeah, I guess he was pretty old. Huh. That makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. He was old then. Makes sense he wouldn't be alive today.
fans, we're going to take our cameras hopefully inside the ring so you can hear.
Luger and Simmons.
Give the instructions to these men.
Yeah, because when Simmons wins the title, I think he beats Vader for it, not Luger. I think. Dang, I'm glad Nick Patrick's not wearing the glasses. Or not the glasses, the helmet. I mean, we got Harley and Dusty. Now, Harley is the person that Dusty beat to win his first world championship, I think.
He knows what it looks like. He doesn't have to look at it often. Jim, Mr. Hughes has not gone anywhere yet.
Well, if I was a referee, I wouldn't start this match until he was gone. Well, this one is 2 out of 3 falls with pay-per-view time remaining.
And they missed each other in WWE because Simmons came in about a year after Luger left.
Luger's face. That's been one of his keys throughout his career. Same expression. But he's telling us a lot by not.
I can't believe that Simmons never went back to WCW like in the mid-90s or 96. Like the fact that he came to WWE and they let him change his name and put that blue helmet on him. I can't believe WCW wouldn't have been an option for him, you know?
Which is alma mater ranked #1 in the nation. Both these guys, interestingly enough, were teammates at one
Because I feel like there was a 2 or 3 year period there where Simmons was, unless he was working smaller promotions, he wasn't really visible on television. I don't know what he was doing during that time. I don't remember seeing him in magazines, really. And then I just remember hearing rumblings that he was going to come into WWE. I'm like, oh, good. I like Ron Simmons. Where the fuck has he been, by the way?
Luger weighed in about 6 pounds less than normal. Usually competes at about 292. He weighed 286 for this contest. And I think, in looking at it, Tony, if it does go 3 falls,
yeah, AB, sync up for the main event here. Got another 20 minutes, 25 minutes left in the show here. And by the way, this is a 2 out of 3 falls match, correct?
Two schools of thought here. You can be very cautious, like
yeah.
is doing, or you can just try to kick it in gear and try to get it over with. You know, I thought that maybe cautious is right, but the more I see of Luger's stalling and deliberate action, the more I think that Ron maybe just should kick it in gear and try to take him out early.
Now Luger, I don't know. I kind of argue that Luger's that Luger's blue needs to be just a touch more powdery, just a little bit lighter blue there for Carolina blue, but it's close enough. You slap the UNC logo on the back of those tights, you wouldn't know the difference, but it definitely feels like it's more turquoise teal than Carolina blue, like powder blue. No pain, no gain.
Dusty Rhodes knows what it's like to wear the championship. He was successful on 3 occasions in his illustrious career as the world's heavyweight champion. And interesting trivia, he beat that man twice. 2 of the 3 times it was Race he defeated twice. One time in Tampa, one time right at the Omni in Atlanta. They know each other very well.
Yeah, what was the first one? Was the first one Tampa or was the first one Omni? I always thought the first one was Tampa, because the post-match promo with Dusty in the locker room just has a Tampa vibe. All the Florida guys are there, Steve Kern and all those guys. It just felt like it was Tampa. Oh man, look how high up Simmons could get. I kind of wish we had this Simmons in WWE and not Farouk, because by the time we got to 96, he'd put on some weight. His mobility certainly wasn't as good as it was here. But God, he was so good. Fucking beast, too. I wouldn't mess with Ron Simmons.
Take against Luger, Jim, and you're going to pay for it. I said, Ron, maybe you should kick it in gear right now. He tried to, and he's paying for it. So Luger really prepared. Luger, a very studious athlete. Graduated from college with a 3.0.
Fucking, can you imagine Undertaker trying to tell Ron Simmons he has to go to wrestler's court? Ron Simmons probably like, how about if I just fucking kill you? How about we just do that? Wrestler's court. Fuck off.
High impact moves. Both these guys are basically power wrestlers. We know Luger utilizes the power drive, which he calls the attitude adjustment. Simmons likes to use the football tackle, so they want to come at you with their strength.
Both of these guys, Luger and Simmons, I didn't even think about this till right now, have very similar right hands. They deliver punches in a similar fashion, and neither are good. I think Simmons is a little better, but not by much.
High impact offense there by Ron Simmons, and he comes back with another high impact move that close.
But Luger would always kind of come in sideways with his punches. He never looked like he was throwing them for real, like he would actually throw a punch. He kind of had this weird kind of motion, this like sideways thing he would do.
I mean, he was just catapulted to Ken. And right there, oh, he got him. That's fine, Buster. 1, 2. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot it's a 2 out of 3 falls match. I'm like, I'm sorry. This match is over? 1 fall to Simmons.
Can you believe it? In Tallahassee, Florida tonight.
I will say I did like Arn's Spinebuster a lot more than Farouk, or than Simmons.
I was looking at a camera.
Simmons could look intense in some of them, but a lot of times because he would throw the guy down instead of following him down. It just didn't look as good all the time. Where Arns is a little more consistent. This corner man bullshit. No mistakes, baby. I see something in his tights. There ain't nothing in his tights, baby. Don't worry about it. There ain't nothing in his tights, but it's ding-a-ling. It's all what's in there, baby. It's ding-a-ling. And since he does all that steroids, it's probably going to be hard to find it anyway. WCW, this is why you're WCW. It's so great. I don't even hate it. It's so awesome. Luger's corner's worried sick. I see something in his tights. Nothing in his tights, baby. You're being paranoid. Oh, that's too funny. Simmons was a tremendous worker. He was more than a good worker. These are my favorite days of him here. I did not think a lot of his matches were good when he was in WWE, but a lot of them were good here.
Boy, he has the advantage right now, doesn't he? I really believe that Luger would win the first fall, just simply because he's been in these pay-per-views in championship matches before. You know, I thought the butterflies would get the better of Braun.
You guys know I'm always been. Some guys still do it, but I'm a mark for the initials on the boots. I love that. If I was a wrestler, I'd do that.
Did Ron Simmons show us a lot or what? During the first fall, just goes to show you what kind of athlete he is. When he wanted to, when he was ready, he had Luger at his mercy. And Luger right now, I think, is going to wrestle a different match. He's going to try to stay away from him.
Big bulldog on Luger there.
Luger can't get out of the blocks now. It could be all. The leg is hooked. 1, 2 and a half. And Race almost had a coronary.
Race almost had a coronary. Race was never that animated. He was always pretty just stiff. Had that Race voice. Just kind of talk like this no matter what. But he was very rarely jumping all around. Could you imagine Harley Race doing the Too Cool dance with Rikishi? Me neither. It would never happen.
Luger won the championship at the Great American Bash just past July in Baltimore. Unless something drastically changes here, he's going to be a very short-lived champion. Tell you what, it's the bottom of the 9th inning, and Steve Avery's pitching, so Luger better bring out the big bats quickly. Because right now, that was last night. How about John Smoltz?
Luger needs a break, right?
I don't know. You think Simmons backing up here is...
That didn't look too good.
He's injured the back. There's no doubt about that. But right there, that's why you got to be cautious. Luger's thinking. He's thinking of gaining every advantage he can. To keep your eye on Race. We know he doesn't have any ethics.
Sunset.
Up and over goes Big Ron. He got the momentum. 1, 2. Simmons up very quickly.
Boom. Took him down.
And Luger down on his back again. The 6'5", 286-pound champion has never been
Nice.
like this, but he sidestepped Simmons. Ron got over anxious there, Tony, and he's going to pay for it right now. Up until this point, it had been a flawless match for Ron Simmons. He had been prepared. He has a man really talking to him. It shows you got one on him already. You got one on him already. Luger doesn't want Simmons to get back in the ring without being punished. And what this is doing is giving Luger the opportunity to get his back a little loosened.
Yeah.
And he's on the offensive. So his back's not taking the pounding now that it was earlier, especially in the first fall. But it's bothering him. It's quite obvious. Jim, you know, one thing we don't talk about.
It's made in the USA. Lex Luger versus Farouk Assad.
Let's talk about the viciousness of a Lex
With his manager, Sonny.
pulling down on the rope, stepping on the
Because that makes sense.
shoelaces are right to the eyes. He is as vicious as anyone in the sport.
Hey, Nick Patrick. Get that reefer eye helmet, paint it blue, give it to Simmons.
Rather pompous
Tell him to put it on.
in his private moments as well.
Luger, give him your trunks.
Taking that over. Dust having a few words with the referee here. He was raking his eyes on the top ring.
Yeah, Danny Huckins. Yeah, it does look like we're going to get a Bully Ray match in the ECW arena
The elbow.
on NXT. That's cool.
Going for a cover, but Simmons
I don't even like Bully Ray.
quickly able to kick out.
I think he's an asshole, but I think it's cool that he's going to be getting in the ring and having a match.
And they
And he got his Philly moment. He was like in the referee at WrestleMania, wasn't he?
very high, quite obviously. And for good reason. This is the richest prize in WCW, the heavyweight championship of the world. And now the package has turned it up a notch, but his back is still bothering him. I wonder how much effect that would have on a power slam. On top,
Nick Patrick and your crappy ref counts. They're so bad.
there's some spasms, muscle spasms in his lower back. That's a great point. And we heard Harley Race moments ago screaming Nick Patrick, you can count to 10. And I think what he was talking about there, he was complaining that maybe there should have been a count out, which would have given the Luger the next fall. Luger with a kick right to the chest of number 50. I'm sure that
Number 50. That's what number he wore?
it is the family watching this one down in Tallahassee tonight. Ron really reaches for that motivation from the coach.
What did he... Was him and The Rock both defense? He played defense? Is that what... He had to have been defense. Farouk? I don't know why I'm calling him Farouk. Ron Simmons.
Ron Simmons has
And Rock was, too. They both play defense
was a mistake.
at the respective Florida universities.
Lateral press, that was a near fall right there. Luger a little frustrated. I'll tell you something, the 2 out of 3, they're not going to be any cheapers.
Shout out to Bill Apter out there, snapping the photos.
Got 3 chances, like a 3-quarter game. First quarter's been won by Simmons. Luger's got to win the second fall.
It's a 3-quarter. No, well, then this is a hockey match. This is a hockey game, JR. It's a 3-period game.
Luger's winning though, Jim. Look how slowly he rolls over there. You talked about this before. His spins are not good. He's not even getting the full lateral press. He's not able to reach back and grab that leg. Both these
Oh, hell yeah. Bully in the ECW arena is going to be cool, especially if there's going to be anybody in that building who went to ECW shows back in the day, any old fart like me, that's going to be a great day for them. Great moment for them. Great moment for Bully.
are lined up here. People are buying tickets and trying to get in here all afternoon. You know, Jim, I think this move, as you take a look at this,
I think he comes off very like a condescending asshole, you know, in his podcast and stuff, but that doesn't mean I can't be like happy professionally for a moment that he's going to get. Because the Dudleys are awesome, you know.
well, he's got that reverse chin lock, but he had to use the ropes for additional leverage. And Luger's so darn strong anyway, when he gets any help, it's really a tough challenge for the opponent.
Come on, Simmons.
There you see the unfair
You don't get that much leverage from doing that. I never understood that. Just putting your toe on the rope isn't going to change the torque on that
wants to submit.
chin lock at all.
And Race denying that any infraction has occurred. And we
Like,
know
look,
that to be an
is he going to try to put the foot back on? No.
really has his grip in vice-like. My gosh, both these guys bench press over 500 pounds. Luger played professional
Both of
football.
these guys bench press over 500 pounds, as do I.
He knows what it's like to work on a game plan.
Because what I do is, I don't do it the same way as Luger and Ron. What I do is I bench press 50 pounds,
Back on his
1 rep,
Ron Simmons will have
once a day for 10 days. That equals 500. And that's how I come to that number.
two. Here comes Big Ron, but Luger reversed it. Uh-oh.
Roll up.
He may have him. Roll him up.
Oh, man, that title's slipping through your fingers, Luger.
Close. I mean, it was less than a half a count away. But to Luger's credit, he was able to get off the shoulders. But more importantly,
You could have given, like, I'm not even kidding here. You could have given Luger's same gimmick
the UTC, and I'm sure
to Simmons.
worldwide it was over.
Bring him in,
But it wasn't. Both
In 93, make him the narcissist Ron Simmons. Like, seriously, managed by Bobby Heenan. Wear the white and the whole thing. And then when Yoko wins the title, you show up in the helicopter on the Intrepid, slam his fat ass, and get the title shot at SummerSlam. But actually win it. I mean, Luger's an athlete. He's an All-American. That gimmick would have fit him. Would have fit Simmons just as much, if not better, than Luger. Oh, come on, Race. Yeah, it's a DQ to throw him over the top rope, right? Top rope disqualification. Second fall goes to Luger. It's tied.
Well, that's not a very popular call, and let's take another look. Key point here, Harley Race holding on. Watch, because if Simmons goes over, it wouldn't be a disqualification. If Simmons goes over with Luger, the match would still be going on during the second fall.
Okay, so if they both go over the top rope, it's not a disqualification. Okay, interesting. So Race provided the assist there, and it's one fall apiece.
We'll come down to a one-fall match. Let's hear what we can hear from the managers, Rhodes and Race.
Okay, Dustin over the top, whatever the call was, gotta forget that call. Forget that call, okay? Just like being all style.
They're going to go back to their corners for the final fall here.
I don't think Race is going to say much.
Stay okay, man.
No mistakes, okay, baby? Poking me in the eyes, man. Come on, Nick Patrick. I'm tired of Nick Patrick's shit, man. Simmons is getting poked in the eye. Patrick's doing nothing. It's horse shit.
Nice shoe, baby. This is the fourth quarter now. This is the fourth quarter. Indeed it is, a fourth quarter. And it has come down.
It was the no over the top rule was made fun of a lot. I hated it. I thought it was dumb as hell. I'm like, going over the top rope is part of the fun. If I'm watching wrestling, I need people going over the top rope, flying over it.
I've never seen a Harley Race so confused. And the world
That
champions
old timers mentality still lurking around, you know, in the 90s when things are changing. Pepsi's turning clear. Colors are becoming bright, more vibrant, louder.
Cheap shot by Luger.
World got very colorful
Oh, what a cheap shot by
in the
Luger.
early 90s.
And now he's opening it up. He realizes that his meal ticket, the title is in dire jeopardy.
Oh, is Luger busted open?
Bleeding over his right eye.
Where'd that come from? Oh, Simmons is pissed off. Could you imagine just hitting Simmons and he's not? I'm like, well, I'm gonna die now. I'm like, kill me quickly, please.
Batters it. And Luger, look at the strength of Luger, but Simmons blocked it. And caught him.
Took out Lugs.
He's got him right here. And Rhodes thought he had it too. You gotta hand it to Luger. He had the power to kick out.
Man, this is gonna be a heartbreaking loss here for Simmons. It's gonna take him almost a year to get to the championship, I think.
He's going for the pin. He's got the leg hook. And Luger, that time.
Hey, Juliet's hooking up Joe Brill with a membership. Thanks for that, Juliet.
Jimmy, those last two covers by Ron Simmons were not as decisive as that one that he almost had the 3 count a couple of times ago. I think Luger kicking out, and you talk about his power, really took a lot out of the sails of Ron Simmons. He thought he had it won, so did Dustin. And
Oof. Inverti.
Throw that knee into every man's land. I'll tell you something.
Every man's land.
Impact there, trying to put him up. Well, this is a page from the Steiner playbook. Superplex, yeah,
Damn, superplex and Luger's bleeding.
could be over. They're standing. He needs to cover him now. They're standing in the aisle. Is it over?
Ah.
It's almost there. Oh gosh, Simmons has got him right where he wants it. He's going to get some real momentum with a shoulder block. And he caught him right there. Luger knocked and rolled right outside. That was a break for him.
I love that. I've been in that situation a few times as a fan, being on the guardrail when guys are being rammed into it. It's so cool, especially when you're a kid.
Simmons now stands. Oh my! Simmons collided. He exploded and into the steel.
I remember going to a Red Wing game when I was like 10. No, younger than that. I'm sorry, like 8. And I was right up at the glass, a little bit off to the right of the goalie, and they were slamming up against it all night. It was blowing my mind.
These two coming from the college ranks. The foundation in WCW.
Pile driver, I think. Oh, God, that looked like shit.
That's a pile driver.
And he pinned him with it. Oh, my God. He won with the worst looking pile driver I've ever seen. Oh, man. I think that's bullshit.
Jim, this is what we're all about. A contest like this. Two great former college athletes making their way into WCW. And I'll tell you something, that guy right there has absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. He gave 100%. That's what he said he was going to do.
Good try, Ron Simmons. Your day will come.
Prepared and give 100%. And here's the deciding factor, that ring post.
Yeah, I kind of wish he would have went into WWE like 3 years earlier than he did. So he kind of lets go of Luger's legs here. See? That's what hurt him right here. And then, landed on Luger's legs. That might have been Simmons' fault on that, to be honest. But it didn't look good either way.
This will go down as one of the greatest matches of all time. Luger and Simmons.
Well, I'm glad I got to watch that one. I'm such a big Ron Simmons fan. He might not have won the title, but I did like the fact that he came close before he won it.
It is what a tremendous matchup. Simmons, he had trained so hard. He was so intense when he came into this situation, Tony. And he came out so strong. I wonder, looking back at the match, how much he spent of his emotion in that first fall. Well, you know, that's a good point. But really, if you take a look at what happened, there was a moment when you said we saw Dusty crawl up on the ring. 1, 2, and that was the closest that Ron Simmons had come to being the world champion this entire match. Dusty was up.
Yeah, that one roll up.
And we all thought that.
If I would have watched this live that night, I would have thought that was it.
Right there. And the second fall, controversial as it was, the referee in his eyes saw.
Yeah, it was still a good match. Not a great pile driver finish, but good match.
Could not see.
I mean, this is like classic WCW from this time. There's no flair. You know, so guys like Simmons are stepping up.
The match would still be going on at that time. Fans, it's been a tremendous broadcast.
I mean, WCW put a world championship on a black wrestler before WWE did. I mean, Simmons was made that following year. And I feel like he didn't, like he could have been bigger.
He had made a bold statement not only to Sting, but everybody involved with WCW. I think it made
I would have loved to see him there, even in WC, like if he wouldn't have gone to WWE, if he would have stayed in WCW and been up against the NWO, like never joined them. Like DDP. Like him and DDP would be the two that would not budge and refused. That would have worked, you know, because nobody fucks with Ron Simmons, you know? And having him too, that presence in their locker room during that time when Nash and Hall are coming in there being obnoxious, kind of taking over, and he might have had like the presence that the Undertaker has in WWE's locker room had he stayed in WCW, or they used him more, especially during those NWO years. I would have maybe liked that more than his Nation of Domination stuff in WWE, to be honest, because I thought a lot of that was dumb. So I like my Ron Simmons the way he was, not Farouk and with the blue helmet and the other stuff. So what ifs, you know. Anyway, well, that was fun, guys. Thanks for watching, going way back with me to 33 years ago today and watching this one. And we will be back tomorrow. I'm going to be here to watch Raw tomorrow night because we are on the go-home show to Crown Jewel. So there will be a lot to discuss. And then this week, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, I will drop Crown Jewel predictions for you. And then we'll be here on Saturday to watch the pay-per-view. So anyway, thanks for being here again tonight. Glad we picked these things back up. If you don't mind, if you could hit the thumbs up button on the way out the door, hit this video with a like I would appreciate it. And then about an hour or two, I will have a link posted on the channel right at the top of the page for tomorrow's Raw watch along. So stay tuned for that. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for being here.